my nuts. Peas in the back, alcohol in my gut. Young buck, keep a slut, gotta catch a nut. Left hand grip a hurt, right thumb in the butt. Gotta keep a crunk pump stashed in the.
Coming up on MONEGROES.
Let me get one plain cake donut. It's my birthday. and a plain water.
No, so you do glaze on your birthday. That's special.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you do plain cake all year, so the glaze is more special.
Tiffany glaze at my birthday.
It's called treating. It's called deprivation and then treating yourself. Imagine how sweet that glaze is on your birthday.
I got some thinking to do.
The turtle's name was Yancey.
Yancey.
Yancey. The turtle's name was Yancey.
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 She a baddie, she showing her panties.
Yancey makes me dancing.
She a baddie, she showing her panties.
Can't help but shake my panties.
She a baddie, she showing her panties.
Yancey makes me dancing.
She shake it like jelly.
Can't help but shake my panties.
I'm out of town, thugging with my round, my coochie pink.
Stop putting me down!
I can't say his name, cause he be cheating. I love you, baby. Yeah.
You like the cheaters?
Where the niggas come looking for the hoes.
I just sat down here and put some crap on my toes.
My son need a new pappy.
Stuff they did drinks now. It's called Natty Daddy.
I'm out here in Miami.
The turtle's name was Yancey.
Looking for the hoochie daddy.
How did the doctor see you in your panties?
What? You don't appreciate nothing. Well, I do too. Why do you think I like fucking country? You know why? Because they don't fucking call people bitch. They don't put people down. Your bitch-ass fucking songs suck.
Hi, I'm BlueBoy.
I'm TLI.
I'm Sloth.
And I'm Wes.
Here at Blueniversal Studios, it has been my mission to continue providing you the quality content you love at a price point you can agree with.
Did you tell them about MONEGROES Plus?
Whoa, slow down there, my newbie friend. There will be plenty of time to tell them about MONEGROES Plus in our brand new Discord.
Hey, when did we get a Discord?
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Early access to new releases, games, prizes, rewards.
Plus exclusive animations from me, Sloth.
Yeah, but don't let that stop you from signing up. You don't have to pay attention to those.
Don't be fooled by... Okay. What the fuck is this, Wes? Don't be fooled by frivolous, superfluous imitators. Look, man. Don't be fooled with frivolous, superfluous imitators.
We'll see you in the MONEGROES Discord. Link in the description.
Perfect. Now, Slothcat, you just have 10, 20 seconds. Go ahead and sing a song about Heather Feather. All right, and go.
Okay, Heather Feather, you can do whatever. Yes, I can't look. I get canceled. I get canceled.
How come everything has to be sexual with you?
You're watching MONEGROES on YouTube.
Throws me for a loop. Why you wouldn't want to send me a picture if I already knew what you look like?
Because you go crazy over things. Look at
I
what
don't get
happened.
crazy over things.
Are you kidding? This whole conversation has been crazy. The million times that you've hung up on me this whole time has been crazy. And I don't want you jerking off to it. That would be disgusting.
Oh, you give me a fucking break.
You
I
probably
don't use
jizzed all over
pictures
the
when I
postcard
jerk
I
off
sent you.
anyway. I don't use what?
You probably jizzed
What'd you
all
just
over the
say?
postcard that I sent you.
Oh my god, are you serious?
It's stuck to
You
your
probably are
nightstand.
serious. I don't know why I'm asking that. You probably are serious.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, jeez. I have never jerked off to a picture in a magazine or anything else. I
Just
have
to a
a very
little
good
girl screenshot.
imagine.
Right? Like,
Ugh.
why is that something you're bragging about? Like, didn't he
And
say
we
there
know
was
he
one?
has.
He said there
Like,
was one shared Playboy in the house or whatever, and they all used it, didn't
yeah, the
they?
communal Playboy. You guys didn't have one growing up?
Well, of course, I grew up in a house with a stepfather, so there was the one
We just had
Playboy.
Blue Boy magazine.
And as much as I put my ear to the wall, I never heard any banging coming from there.
Oh,
So,
you must have had a rough childhood. I'm so
yeah, I never
sorry you
learned
didn't get your
anything. I
parents
never learned.
fucked.
It wasn't until my when I was 17 and my sister's brother sat me down and showed me how a vagina works that I
Your
really
sister's brother, so your brother?
yes.
Right. Very roundabout way.
So I guess that's one way to word it.
My first brother.
Imagination.
Right. So you remember the picture in your brain, and then that's
picture
what
of
you
what?
do. Of whatever.
Oh, yeah, of the one. No, I create my own image in my fucking brain. And why do I need to tell you that? What do you do?
It's none of your business.
Tell
That's
us-
disgusting. I would
No,
never
no, no,
tell
no,
you.
no. I'm telling you my business. You tell me your business.
No.
Yeah, why? Scared?
Yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be honest with me on that one.
Honestly, though, what woman is going to be scared telling their sexual desires to a pedophile? Like,
Yeah, I don't know why she was so nervous to say it.
right? Okay, yeah. So he went to prison for some years because he's a convicted sex offender. So you can't tell him what you like
Right.
sexually.
What are you
That's
trying to
weird, though.
hide?
Yeah,
What's hiding
right?
from him?
Maybe you're the weird one.
Yours must be worse.
You obviously didn't hear anything that I just asked you.
No, I didn't.
She's not paying attention.
Okay, so why are you so private with me when I'm so open with you?
Because
Choice.
you take things to the next level. I'm pretty open with my friends to a certain degree. I'm also very, very private. That's the way that I've always been. You, Winnie, fucking Emma, if she's monitoring my Facebook, tells you everything. Anyway, you guys talk about me all the time.
I don't tell them to tell me.
Isn't that how most people are though? Like you're open with some things and private with some things, or you're more open with some people than you are with other people. But with Lauren, as soon as he feels like he trusts someone, you see how people's real personality is when they get drunk, right? Like who they really are. And Lauren will get drunk and he wants to give out his social security number and passwords to shit. And because he really wants to show someone that he trusts them in the hopes that they will reciprocate with the same kind of trust.
Right, but he wants
Like
them to
forcing
do it.
intimacy.
Yeah, he wants them to do it as quickly as he does it.
Yeah, it's never organically. It never just happens because you prove yourself to be a trustworthy person over time.
Right.
We're just gonna, hey, TLI, you seem like a good dude. I'm gonna give you my ATM card. Okay, I'm gonna trust you're not gonna use it. Now we're
Hell yeah, I
homies,
love
right?
you too.
Now we're homies, right? And you're like,
yeah. I'm not giving you nothing in return, but thank you. I
but
love
we're
you.
homies. We're homies.
Yeah.
If I ever need anything, you got my back because I gave you my ATM.
Yeah, probably, almost probably
almost
true.
Right? See, that's all I need.
TLI must be
And
real
then
fucking special
Yeah,
because you didn't give it to me, but you gave it to him.
you don't have a truck, and one day I'm gonna need to move, and TLI is probably gonna be that dude who I hit up with the truck, and you'll be right there, right, TLI?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll be there. Probably like an hour late, but I can get there. Like if I have a couple.
After everything's been packed.
Yeah. I'll get there for the pizza part of it if you got that. Like afterwards.
Oh, y'all ain't got no pizzas.
Oh man, I guess I gotta head out.
You take that as your truth and you throw it in my face, and I get a stupid text message, and I just have to say, okay, here we go. Lauren's acting like a child again. Countdown to when he apologizes and tells me that I'm so special.
Well, Really, you are. You
Yeah,
are.
I know I am. I know.
You haven't ran away when I've had some of my problems. You actually stuck around.
No, because you
helped
won't
me.
let
That
her.
was-
Right. And so
that's
I've been
really
trying to
special
help
taste.
you as a friend, which is exactly what a friend would do. But you can't do that. And that's the reason why I don't tell you a bunch of shit. Because if I do, it's somehow going to get thrown into my face and used against me and all of that. I'm not interested. It's really disappointing that we have to have these conversations as often as we do. Telling someone that you're not interested in dating them, you want to be their friend, you want to speak to them, you want to help them through whatever it is that they need to go through, because right now it's a lot of stuff. And I think I can help you do that, but you don't let me, because right above that is you wanting to have a romantic relationship, and it's just not there.
It never should have been like it was.
Okay, but whatever that is, whatever you have in your head, it's not like how it was. We're going to draw the line in the sand again, which is what I thought we did, and we're going to forget it. And we're going to move
No,
on.
we're not going to forget it.
Why? So you can torture yourself?
Why?
So we can continue to have the same conversation that is so fucking boring. I mean, if anyone else had to listen
It's
to
called
this,
being
they would
in
just be
love.
rolling their eyes.
It's called being in a relationship. The same conversation over and over.
I mean, after a while, right?
I guess, yeah, you're right, but not immediately in the first couple of days on the phone.
Lauren's speed running to that 7-year itch. Where
Right,
you just
he's like,
tired
oh,
of
let's
hearing-
pretend we're 75 years old with
Oh my
nothing
God,
talked about.
Are you going to tell this same story again about your first job at Subway? Is that where we're going now? And
Oh, you're still getting pieces off the teardown house? Crazy. It's been 50 goddamn years.
Yeah, Lauren just wants to get to that point of just extreme comfort, but also extreme discomfort in the relationship.
That's how pathetic it is.
Because before you was in the hospital, I loved it.
Okay,
when you was in the hospital,
I loved
it.
When
I
you were
love when you're in the
helpless, had
hospital.
nowhere to
Actually
go,
gets
nowhere to run, only thing to do was talk to me, that was the best for me.
Right, when you couldn't respond back or hang up the phone. I love that time.
Yeah.
Dude, Costanza. Costanza's ideal relationship was that woman in prison, because she couldn't drop by and he always did.
He is such a Costanza in the worst possible way.
He's a pedo Costanza.
Mhm.
But he has no money. But like the lack of job at what am I trying to say here? Aspirations. Like just the lack of work ethic. He is, oh my God, dude, Cornville Costanza.
Cornville Costanza, yeah. Yeah, well.
You that I didn't see before then when I was with Winnie and you were in California. Instead, when you were in California, it seemed like you were trying to purposely act like a bitch to me. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't even know her. She acting like a complete bitch to me. Then
Look at the relationship you and Winnie had. If you guys actually were together in the same room,
Why do you say it like that?
domestic violence all
He's
day.
mocking her voice.
No, they don't.
Her Valley girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
he's
can hear it
mocking.
now.
Don't hit women.
It doesn't mean that you're just going to punch someone. That's not necessarily just domestic violence. It could be that you're not allowing her to leave. You lock the door and block her way. Could be you're holding on to her so she can't move. There's a ton of stuff that goes along with domestic violence.
Yeah.
Any kind of way of intimidation, scaring her, screaming at the top of your lungs when you're
Didn't we
fucking
play this part last week or the last time?
Remember, we started a live stream and then the live stream crashed at 14 minutes. So
You mean was re-uploaded to MONEGROES Plus Discord?
yes, but I'm
to
saying
finish it.
It crashed live, and then we finished it in the Discord, but it never got uploaded to YouTube. So we have to do part 2 for YouTube.
MONEGROES Plus exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive. Also featuring Jesse's Foxborn animated by Sloth Cat.
And I'm gonna watch Family Matters with everyone, and not cover my eyes. I'm gonna watch it fully this time.
Not cover my you can only open your eyes when Urkel's on screen.
Yeah.
Boy.
So I know there's no jump scares.
If I stood in front of the door and blocked your way out, I'd be afraid for going out and doing something fucked up, getting hurt or hurting someone else.
When I've heard you guys on the phone and you're screaming, and I've heard you screaming at your brother, throwing shit around, hitting him.
He hit me too. He was actually on the side of the fucking.
It doesn't matter. Right, exactly. So you're going to justify it all day long. Exactly.
But that doesn't
So
mean
if
that you call the
she's
cops
there-
on us. That's brotherly love. We've done that all our life.
Oh, yeah, totally. And that's what you would say.
I mean,
with
you guys
me.
have a
Oh, no,
weird
I love
definition
her.
of brotherly love,
We
though, huh?
scrap like.
I mean,
I mean,
TLI, do you have a brother?
I do have a brother.
Okay, well, that was not TLI. That was.
I do not.
I didn't hear you say TLI. I didn't hear it.
So, Blue Boy, you have a brother. When's the last time you and your brother got into a physical fight?
I mean, I was
It
in.
was over Gelt. You were like 9.
I was in like in grade school.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, so yeah, me and my brother I was 13, 14 years old. We got into the physical altercation. This man is 50.
He hit me first.
Wrestling.
And then proud. I guess little brother isn't so little anymore. I loved like he had to think of a line. You know, like it's like what Hanson said when he's walking into these TCAP, like he can't say the same thing over and over again. So he wants a line. You only get one shot at this. And Lauren was like, fuck, you know what? I guess little brother isn't so little anymore. I just fucked up my drunk older brother. Do you love me now?
Look how strong I am.
Yeah.
He's a child's mind.
My 55-year-old brother isn't so strong anymore, is he?
I would fucking hope not.
Like you're a decade away from retirement, like Social Security.
He's half a decade away from passing on to the next realm.
And you're drunk and fighting and proud of the results. You should call the paper. Charlie Zolnoff, tell him about your latest victory.
Like that all the time.
Well, when he was doing drugs, she had me stressed right out.
Yeah.
The point
I'm
is,
so fucking
Lauren,
worried about
you
everything.
guys had a
I love it.
horrible relationship. It was extremely abusive and unproductive.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know.
so as her sister, I'm going to stand in the way of that. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. And if you're the problem, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you to go fuck off. I'm going to tell you that you need to work on yourself and you need to allow Winnie to get better. But you didn't want to do that. I love her.
So instead, you took and pretended like you liked me to get me away from Winnie.
That wasn't the point.
Yeah.
No.
It was a booze.
It was just flirting.
It was a manipulation.
Where are you now?
I just pulled in my house. I got these 2x6s that I.
No one cares.
Stop there.
Where are you? Where are you? That's it. That was the question.
He's the type of, it's like the thing where you can't ask an old person like a question because they just ramble on, you know? He's that age where it's like you ask him one thing and he's like, my fucking grandmother just will not shut the fuck up.
No, that person that you text a yes or no question and then they immediately call you. I fucking hate
That's Lauren.
those
Lauren
people.
he's that age now.
Hey, they don't have cheddar cheese, they have Swiss. Should I get the Swiss? And then your phone rings. No, bitch, yes or no. That's it. Like, where are you in front of my house? Not where are you and what's in the back of your truck. No one asked. She's not watching you on Google Maps.
In the car, so. But the point. Oh, shit. The point was that there was more than flirting. In my head and with what you were doing. If you knew what you were doing, then you wouldn't have done the stuff that you did.
What more can you do over the phone?
You thought that it was more than flirting, and it wasn't.
You keep telling yourself that, but no, I don't
I'm
believe
telling
it.
you that.
I mean, but like even if they met and they banged really hard and good, and they both agreed it was the best banging they'd ever banged, and they were gonna meet up the next day to bang, and then she decided she didn't want to bang, like she changed her mind. She changed her mind.
Right.
And so you got to let it go. So like if he behaves this way over some phone flirting, do we honestly believe he was jabbing his dirty monkey toes in vaginas, getting women off underneath the bench like it's a Porky's movie, and then he was just letting it go and he never saw these people again?
Right.
Come on.
They'll never, like, you'll never, no one would ever believe that. Lauren
He
Kinsey.
wouldn't have made it to the Dateline Stinghouse because he would have been in prison for stalking a long time ago if
Right.
he ever got even a sniff of some vagina.
You can tell me that all you want. Doesn't mean I'm going to believe it.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
I'm not
Like,
going to
oh,
believe
she's-
it because of the way you were.
Like, she is telling him
I'm
how she
telling
feels,
you
and
the
he's
way-
like, that's not true.
That's not true.
Like, but she's flat out telling you. It's fucking crazy how someone's mind can work that way.
That it was.
Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Watch out, honey. Oh, my goodness. This is a big yawn. Who wants a biscuit?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Little
hell
girl, you
yeah.
want a biscuit?
Dude, fuck you.
Biscuit talk,
Big
baby.
biscuit, baby. You go, silly pretty little girl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, rub the belly. Yeah,
Kill
go.
yourself.
You know what the dogs would probably like better than a biscuit would be like a plain cake donut, because they're basically the same thing, they're just soft, you know?
Yeah. Plain cake donut and water is literally what you feed a dog.
What's going on?
You want the plain cake donut? Just throw it on the floor where it belongs.
Plain donuts are
Does
delicious.
it all the time.
Yeah.
They have no
Give her a
flavor.
biscuit. Like,
He's dying
Don't
on
have to
that
sleep
plain
well.
cake hill every time.
Plain donuts,
And-
pound cake, delicious.
The
okay, I'll give
drier
you
the
pound cake.
better.
I'll give you pound cake. I'll give you pound cake, but not dry plain cake donuts. You're wrong. And now it's a
Like,
joke.
were these-
People are making fun of you. Dude, they're showing plain cake donuts in the Discord that they're eating for dessert and then throwing them in the trash.
Are
'Cause no
these
one eats.
plain cake donuts, are they made at like a bakery at least?
Oh, I
Like,
guarantee you find like the fucking store brand. They're six.
yeah,
in
are
a
you like
box.
eating like the Hostess brand?
Not even Hostess. No. The Great Value.
I don't
Okay.
think Hostess make them.
Yeah, see,
Okay,
Hostess.
but so you're
Hostess-
not getting this from like a locally owned bakery where it's
I'm
like, you know,
No. He's
made
getting
with
some-
love.
I'm
You
just
got like some
getting these from,
factory made
you know,
bread
From
donut.
the grocery store, you know,
Yeah,
like
see, the
Schnucks
grocery-
or last time I had to settle for Walmart, and that was just disgusting.
See?
Damn.
See? These man just trash donuts.
I still plan on buying them. I haven't bought them yet. I keep going to the store and
I
forgetting.
don't recommend it. We should see if we can get a sponsorship from Plain Cake Donuts. for,
Okay, yeah.
for the show.
Do you know anyone who
I mean,
sponsor us?
If you know anybody
I'll
at
look,
plain
I'll
cake,
see.
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, do you know anyone in the fucking cake world?
You got friends at plain cake? I want to know them. That's
You
old
know,
money.
Instead of taking the biscuit, she won't take the biscuit until I rub her belly. It's funny. It's cute. Sorry. I think my dogs are cute.
Yeah, that's something to apologize for. Instead of apologizing for being a fucking asshole,
Yeah.
apologize
Oh.
for thinking that your dogs are cute. That makes a lot of sense.
Why
He's not
you
sorry
think,
for that.
you think I'm so bad to my dogs? I'm not supposed to think my dogs are cute.
Did you
think I'm
take
bad to my
Sadie to
dogs.
the vet to have her nails
Speaking of
clipped?
dogs,
I did.
When was that?
That was,
Also lie.
Oh, it's been 3 or 4 months now.
Months.
Oh no, you were supposed to take her more recently than that.
No, well, I haven't gotten around to doing it more recently right now.
Her nails are very long, Lauren. I saw them in that picture when you drew the hearts for Casey. Remember that?
Yeah, I think I took her after that. When you said something then, I think because I had Roy take her. Oh, Roy and Mom.
All right. I certainly hope
Couldn't
so.
do it himself
She
on
can't
his,
have
you know,
nails
his
like
busy
that.
schedule.
It's gonna hurt her feet.
no.
I know, I gotta get one of them.
things for dogs that I can do it myself.
Nope.
Well, they've got one out now that's supposed to be gentle on the dog.
You're not doing it to your dogs
But he's
yourself.
on
You
TV.
don't know how. You don't know how you're going to end up hurting her.
No, because I know you don't cut down to the roots.
Take her, but you're not going to be able to see them exactly. So you
That's
need
why
to take them to a groomer. It's not that expensive.
My God, Lauren, pay the
There's a
$20.
new machine that they have out that takes it down just so far.
Yeah.
So you don't get to the roots.
No,
The
I
machine
really think
is
that
definitely more expensive than just going to get it done because you're not gonna you're gonna hurt. You're gonna like tear off the paw.
Oh my God, no, that's not how it works. So you buy the machine. Yes, you're going to pay a little more up front for it, right? But it's going to save him money on the long. You're not thinking about it's like buying the cement mixer. Yes, he's paying, but think of all the money he's going to save not hiring the crew to pour the foundation for his new lake house. You're not thinking of that. Because when
he
he
doesn't need another expensive item, just gathering.
No, you're
dust.
not. You're thinking of it. You're thinking of you're thinking small. You're thinking like an entrepreneur instead of like a big 50 million.
A mogul, yeah.
Yeah. See, you're thinking like the little guy.
That's gotta be making mogul moves and see.
This is why entrepreneurs get forced out of their companies before they blow up. This is
right.
Because what Lauren just needs the property. He just needs the lakefront property, but he has a cement mixer. You'd get the property, then you're like, well, who's gonna put my cement in? Meanwhile, Lauren's already pouring the cement because he had the foresight to get the cement mixer ahead of time.
Wow.
And Lauren's telling her about the fancy kind, but if he were to do it himself, he would just grab like the cheap, like just the manual cutting ones. He's not going to get this fancy device.
No, I know
that he's
exactly what he's
about.
talking about. It's a made-for-TV product. It was it's like the Dremel thing, and they actually use them. Like I take my dog to the groomer, and that's what they use to do her nails. But they do it. This is what they do all day. Like, so they know what they're doing. Lauren's going to buy it. His dog's not going to let him do it. And then he's going to try and sell it at the yard sale for a fraction of what he paid for it.
Right.
But he won't think of it as a $35 net loss. He'll say, holy shit, I made $10. It's Laurenomics. You don't think about the upfront loss.
He worked that day.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, Laurenomics. It doesn't matter what you spent for it before. What did you make for it when you sold it? It's all profit, baby. It's all I already owned it. I owned it and I sold it. It's all profit.
You need to take her and have it done.
No, I'd like to do it. I'd rather not do it myself.
Right. Don't do it yourself. Don't spend money on some.
Then why were you just arguing about it?
That you think is going to work? Do you think she's going to let you take her foot and put it into a machine? Something that's going to grind her nails?
Yeah, probably not.
Right.
They make it look good on the commercial.
Of course they do. She needs to have her nails clipped more regularly than that, especially with how long they are.
You're so pretty. Wow.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, Jesus. I just told her.
Not listening.
Trying to change the subject.
No, I went in there to her.
Sorry, my dog.
I mean, I've seen your feet.
Sorry.
I don't take care of those things. Those things are disgusting.
Say what?
God.
my feet are looking better than what they were.
I wouldn't eat
peach
cobbler off of those things. Holy shit.
I wouldn't want anybody to. How would anybody want to?
Really disgusting.
What? Why are you saying that something about me is disgusting?
Yeah, good question.
Are we friends now?
I don't know. Are you actually gonna think about giving it a chance down the road?
No.
Man, all that.
Why? Because you want to be stubborn?
I'm done.
No, because I'm telling you, I don't want to. I don't want
If she's asking you, hey, can we be friends? She's probably not thinking about getting back together somewhere down the line or getting together somewhere down the line. She's specifically asking for a friendship.
Or just be her friend for now, Lauren. I mean, all women love you, so it's only a matter of time before she falls back in love.
In his romantic comedy mind, you would think he would be completely cool with being her friend and proving, because isn't that how it always works in those movies? The guy is like friend zoned until she realizes that the man that she
I've seen
wanted
No
was
Strings
right underneath
Attached
her nose
a few
the whole
times.
time. Okay, well, it's basically every movie, every one of those fucking movies. All Lauren needs to do is be the good friend, be the better guy than the guy she's with, And eventually when they end, she'll realize that Lauren was right there. The pedophile she needed was here the whole time. Why is she going on the RSO website when there's one right here? And then they get together and they bang.
No, he need her to agree to give him a chance now. Then he'll be the friend. Because if he don't have a chance in the future, there's no reason to be talking to her.
Well, yeah, because he wants to talk to a woman unless you're gonna bang her, am I right, fellas?
Yeah, well, that's more of that in the MONEGROES Discord in the men's only channel.
You to just be friends because you think that something is going to happen down the road.
No, because I would actually like to be friends.
Good, I do too.
But I want you to keep your mind open.
Jesus came down and blessed our friendship.
I want you to keep your mind open. I don't want you closing me out to dating. I mean, that'd be a dumb thing to do because
just keep muttering like
Popeye. Okay, well, I don't know that, so I'm just going to be your friend, and I'm not going to think about the future. And I think that would be a good idea for you too.
Why have you been so persistent tonight on wanting to be my friend?
Because I'm trying to make things clear with you, and I'm trying to see if that's even possible.
Why do you think I'm so stupid?
Well, you've proven that you're stupid.
No.
You're only based on your
yeah,
behavior.
You have.
No.
Many times. There's actually documentation of how stupid you are.
Some things I've done have been stupid. Yeah, maybe they have.
Yeah. I've done stupid things. I behave stupidly. I've said stupid stuff, but that makes me stupid. I was the last graduating person in my class. I couldn't make it to the Air Force because I was stupid. Does that make me stupid? Because if that makes me stupid, then yeah, Tiffany, I guess I'm stupid. Why didn't you just say that? That's how you win over a woman.
Not the only one in the world that has done stupid things.
No, but again, you're
true.
going back to your, I'm going to talk about other people and see how we're all the same. Because other people have done bad things too. So somehow that takes a little bit off of me.
I don't like being attacked. I've been attacked a lot.
Okay. And I'm not attacking you.
I don't like being attacked all the time.
Yeah. And I'm not attacking you.
So I'm just trying to make you understand why I do that. People like to attack other people, but they don't look in. Well, you said it in a text to me one day.
What?
When fucking Jamie Amy said something about you.
Uh-huh.
We was talking. I told you about what Jamie Amy said, and you said, "Why does everybody talk about me? Why can't they talk about themselves?" Well, that's what I said. Oh, gee, I wonder how that feels.
Well, that's not the same thing.
I've never been there before.
I'm saying, don't.
She's not a world-renowned pedophile. That's the difference. She was never on Dateline with a 400-page chat log with hours and hours and hours of content about her on YouTube. So for her, she doesn't want to be talked about, but you're a public figure. Like, bruh.
Be right, us.
Because that's what all of you people do. You just talk about me and what I'm doing.
Right,
what do people do with me?
I don't know. What do they do with you?
And it's not just our small group of friends.
Yeah,
there's like thousands of people.
Not just your pals.
Upon thousands of people.
Yeah,
that
I know.
Talk about me.
Right.
There's nothing I can do about it.
What are you even mentioning this for, Lauren?
I've learned to deal with it. It fucking pissed me off and bugged the living fuck out of me when it first happened.
What was that, Blue?
What is he even mentioning this for?
Your
sympathy points.
Yeah, he's right now he's building value by tearing hers down. I think. I'm not really sure what his goal is. Yeah, I mean it is.
I feel like he lost like the whole point, the whole thing, the conversation just totally escaped him.
Well, he's
and now
saying
he's going on about random shit.
You don't like people talking about you. You just want people to leave you alone. I don't know how we got to this from Give Me a Chance though.
Well, that's that Lauren special power. He talks you into these circles, and you forget why you even on the phone with him.
But the thing is, it never works to his. It's not like he has this. He can do this thing where he weaves this circular logic where you start off mad at him about one thing, and by the end he's turned it around, and now you're apologizing to him for something. It's never once worked for him.
No.
He's never the smartest person on the phone. He never has the advantage. He loses every fucking set. But he comes in with the same bag of tricks each time.
I mean, it's not a good special power. It's just a special power.
His special power is just taking L's over and over and over again. He is Glass Joe in Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Finally, I realize there's nothing I can do about it. They're going to do whatever they want anyway.
Right.
They're going to keep pointing the finger at me, but then they don't turn around and look in the mirror.
There's a little bit of a difference there. I mean, they're pointing at you
Oh.
for something that's pretty fucking serious.
Yeah, that's true.
And
yeah, and I'm betting probably 50% of them people that are pointing at me have their own skeletons in their own closet.
All right, guys, let's go around the room and let's tell each other our
does.
skeletons.
All right, go ahead, Sloth Cat.
I own an extensive collection of onesies of many variety of characters.
All right, we're gonna stop there. We're not gonna even keep going anymore. Thank you for that.
We got Sloth Cat to admit.
And we fucking got him.
But I'm not a furry.
You
Okay, these are
Fine line.
onesies.
Use
You
collectible
guys-
onesies.
Suits.
Please in the chat, please now make fun of Sloth Cat and his onesies, and also what kind of onesies do you guys think they are? And please tell us in the chat. And Sloth Cat, you'll tell us which one is correct.
Yeah, and I'm saying probably
That's probably worse
the
than
same
Lauren.
thing that they're pointing at me about.
why? Why would you assume that? Because you want to think
Because-
that there's more people like you.
No, because
Yeah.
most people that attack people for a certain thing have done that certain thing themselves. So they attack somebody else that has done it. So it makes
Not
them feel better
necessarily.
and look better to
Like if you hate genocides, it's because you've probably committed your own genocide at some point. You know what I mean? And you're just like hiding it.
Yeah, or you've done even worse.
You've done even
Double
worse.
genocide.
If do you hate slavery? Guess why? You plantation owning bitch. We know. You know what I mean? Like you had slaves at some point, and you're just like, you did worse. You just saying you did worse. Where does Lauren get this from? Like this is how he's able to go to sleep at night is
Yeah, it's
by
called coping.
but like it's the biggest cope. This is such a huge cope to assume that if there are thousands of people on the internet who are making fun of you for being a laughable pedophile who is constantly getting trolled, who can't like just everything about himself, then it must be because you're a pedophile or worse. You're out there murdering people. You're banging and you're the Gilgo Beach murderer. And
Yeah, you're the fucking Green River killer. Is basically everyone here.
Hey, I'm the Green River Killer, and we've got some Lorne calls.
I got my bowl of sugar here.
And a plain cake donut. Now let's get it started. And then the show starts. And Lauren's like, this guy's actually worse than fucking me. Oh, I love it.
Is that a therapy thing to say? Is that what Allie told you?
I've been told that by therapists.
Well, what about Emma? Has she ever told you that?
No, Emma's never told me that.
Okay.
But not every therapist is gonna say that.
Right.
But I've been told that by a couple of therapists.
Yeah, the ones who are trying to make you feel better about yourself and trying to get you to stop crying.
No, okay, now you're trying to say that there's no therapist that is going to say that when you don't know. You can't say things that you don't know.
I'm saying that you are taking something like that and you're trying to make yourself feel better about those who are talking about you.
No, because it's already been proven. And
Where is
you
it
look
proven?
at the first chat log that we had,
Yeah.
the part one, where that fucking guy turned himself in.
Okay.
He'd been pointing his finger, and he'd
So
been doing
what?
Who's he talking about?
So I think they told Lauren, remember when The Passion of the Christ came out? And
Yeah.
people were like, some dude turned himself into the police for a murder he had committed. Do you remember that TLI?
Vaguely?
Like there was like
Sure.
when the movie came out, there were people who were going and confessing the crimes they had done, and it was a huge viral push because of things like that were happening because of the movie. But I believe they told Lorne that when he read the chat log, remember he was reading the chat log with Tiffany,
Oh,
that
like inspired people to come forward as
when they released
pedophiles.
it, it inspired some people to come forward and admit the crimes that they had committed.
Fucking so dumb.
I wish Tiffany was here to confirm that, but I don't know if that was ever released. But so if anyone knows, yeah, let us know. But yeah, that's what he's talking about. This man is inspiring people.
It's fucking ridiculous. If I could just get one person to confess to their crimes, all my pedophilia will have been worth it.
Sound like some drawing logic.
But instead of him looking at it as I need to keep doing this because it's getting people to come forward, he's like, look, there was someone in that community who was doing the same shit, so they must all be doing this. That's what he took from it.
Idiotic.
Same fucking thing that he was laughing about from someone else.
Okay. So that's one
So
person.
I know there's
How
more.
does that become 50% of the people?
That's one person that had the balls enough to get out and say that he actually did it.
Honestly, Lauren, I can probably tell you that most of the people who have made comments on your videos, who have called you names, who've regurgitated your chat log back to you, are doing it because they hate you. They hate what you did.
I hate what I did.
Right, but I'm telling you that that's the reason why they do it. They're fascinated about all of the guys that they've seen on the show. And they think, holy shit, these are the types of people that are around me. People that are around my own kids in my own family. You would never know it by looking at them. But here they are walking into the house. And it's crazy. Your chat log, Lauren, we read it, is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Right. And it's fucked up. And I get that there was a.
So if you're Lauren, the second that your potential girlfriend asks you to read the chat log with her over the phone, that means the relationship's over, right?
It should
Yeah, I
at
think
least
you
be
can count
a
on
red
that
flag.
one. Not. Sorry, what?
I'm saying it should at least be a red flag. Yes.
Yeah, I would probably not count on that one blossoming into a great relationship if
But
she's disgusted by your chat log to the point
Well,
where.
I'm saying at all, who would ask you to read that with them? Who would say?
Yeah, I'd
looking
have no
for
idea.
content, and he should know that by now.
Like, okay, even so Lauren should know that by now. But even if you're not Lauren, if you're just some dude who got busted in a sting, and you're whoever asked you to read this with them over the phone, and you're gonna read out parts, there's something going on, right? You would never do that. Wouldn't that be
You'd
really
think.
weird?
You'd think he'd be smarter than that.
And this man has been recorded for years. He's been recorded they got him to sing I Loved Her First on a YouTube video. Like they fucking sang the song he sang to Kayla on a YouTube video and still didn't learn. Lauren, don't ever do anything at all that involves that chat log. Never again. Pretend none of those things exist. Why would you read your chat log? And then with someone that you think you're going to be in a relationship with. That's the other part too. It wasn't, this wasn't something she's saying, let's do this. Let's do this because it's so fucking weird.
He thinks it's them like working through it or something. It's like, oh, we'll get it out there, and then you'll love me, for who I am.
All right, I don't know. Just the fact that he did that at all, like it's so weird. Like you just have to think what was going through his mind. That's how badly he wanted the relationship. It doesn't matter which catfish it was, a relationship. You want me to read this chat log and read my parts and everything? Okay, I'll do it if you love me, as long as you love me.
A lot of fucked up stuff, for the perverted reasons, all the gross stuff, but even just the possessiveness, like talking to a 13-year-old about having this fantasy of a life together was fucked up.
I know.
Really
That was
weird.
royally fucked up.
Right.
Royally fucked
There's
up.
a lot of people who are going to look at that and they're going to say, wow, he has a YouTube channel. He has videos. I'm going to go say something to him. People who have had real impact of being a victim or knowing a victim and knowing all of the stuff that has happened to those people's lives because of people like you, they're going to take that anger and they're going to push it toward anyone who's available. And you happen to be available.
I mean, she
Fucked
says
up how
people
that
like you.
whole
like,
thing is grown. I tried getting away
know?
from the fucking thing.
And with
Right,
such
but
disgust.
Yeah.
What was that, Blue?
So TLI just had a conversation. Are you like on a delay?
We had an exchange.
I'm on a weed delay, like a 3-second weed delay. So everything, I heard it now. Like it caught up with me. But I'm on a brief.
He's behind 4/20ths of a second.
So it just takes a little bit to catch. I'm on Sloth Cat's time right now.
Well, see,
Right,
that's why
Sloth?
you should eat plain donuts. It'll keep you up.
It soaks it up like charcoal. Like a charcoal.
Oh,
Yeah.
You see
Next
what I'm
time.
saying?
Yeah, next time I'll fill my lungs with plain cake donuts.
keep
It's so
putting
dry it'll
yourself
break
out
up like
there. And it's
weed to
concerning.
grind it up. That dry ass cake.
That's some dry ass cake.
With some water, not milk.
No.
I'm lactose intolerant. I can't do the milk.
Nah, fam. I like my donut with water. Let me get one plain cake donut. It's my birthday.
in a water cup, please.
and a plain water.
No, so you do glaze on your birthday. That's special.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you
Tiffany
do plain cake
glaze
all
at my
year, so the glaze is more special.
Tiffany glaze at my birthday.
It's called treating. It's called deprivation and then treating yourself. Imagine how sweet that glaze is on your birthday.
that you're so concerned about getting your computer back so that you can go onto social media. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to have someone make some kind of a comment to you that is either flirtatious or maybe can seem like they're a nice person. And all of a sudden, here comes Lauren. Like, this is the one, I'm going to get her to. And you have yourself another catfish.
The big reason why I wanted to do my computer back was so I can keep an eye on what people are doing.
We'll keep an eye on it, but what are you going to do then?
Well, like selling things in the store with my face on them without my permission.
Okay, so what did the attorney say about that?
I forgot. Lauren believed that you could walk. There were stores. You could go into where there was merchandise.
Just go to a JC Penney's and there's right next to all the.
Bro, you go to a Mervin's. You go to a Mervin's right across from the Tiger Bay polo shirts. There was a rack. There was a rack of Lord Armstrong tote bags.
All discounted because no one's fucking buying them.
Backpacks, t-shirts, hoodies, beanies, and a cardboard cutout of Chris Hansen. And no one wanted them. No one wanted the child-sized pedophile clothing.
Yeah, no one wanted the lanyard with Lauren's face on it.
Boots and pants and boots and pants.
And they'll give you a Lauren Armstrong haircut.
right there in Mervin's.
That's something that we can go after, but I have to bring in actual paperwork to them.
I want to see that lawsuit
of people doing that.
Lord B. Mervin's.
So which I don't have a computer, so the only ones that I can rely on you, Winnie, and Emma. I try to keep my family out of it.
Lauren, you have a little difficulty filing this lawsuit without the aid of a computer.
for this stuff because I don't want Mom getting stressed out about any of it. So she already knows about some of the stuff on there. And
I don't think your mom gives that big of
I'm
a fuck.
concerned about her all the time.
Well, what about your friend that's supposedly helping you?
You're on the phone
Have
with
them
him,
do
Tiffany,
it.
so.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, but you have to keep it to.
This is where we learn what the Cornville Mafia really is. Despite Jordan believing it was an actual organization altogether. Jordan really thought the Cornville Mafia was a thing, and there were people, and they were looking
Of course
for.
he did.
They were
Of
looking
course
for.
Jordan thought that.
They were looking for anyone mentioning Lorne and taking their streams down, and they just hadn't found him yet. So, this is where we learn the truth of the Cornville Mafia.
To you and not tell anybody else.
Yeah, no one else will ever know.
Promise me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There is no other friend that does it. Roy is the one that goes over that sits at the computer, or Mom, and I tell him where to go.
Oh,
What
okay.
to put in. There is
Okay.
no friend that does it.
It's
Okay.
like having
So
a
Lorne
really,
doesn't have a real friend, huh? That's crazy.
It's like a really dumb AI, a really dumb drunk AI. So he tells Roy a prompt, and then Roy like kind of gets it right.
I like how that's like in his mind is like the loophole to not be on the computer is just to stand behind someone and tell them what to do.
I'm standing behind.
Like, and then he wonders why he's failing polygraph tests about accessing the fucking internet.
What? Oh Lord, stop winking at me. Yeah, I mean, he really did think he outsmarted everyone with that. Well, I'll just stand behind him. I'll just tell him where to go on the internet. I'm not actually using my hands.
Lorne, if you're looking at the computer monitor and someone else is just typing what you're saying, you're on the computer.
You're on it. You're just using them as hands, Lauren. You're just
basically it.
You're using the man's hands, Lauren. Right?
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
now,
basically asking Alexa to do
Lord,
shit.
Then he tells Roy, he didn't tell the part. He tells Roy to go to a porn site. Then he's like, now jack yourself off. And then Lauren stands. So basically, he's doing it, but he's not doing it because he's not actually using his hands.
And that way, it's not gay.
It's not gay. It's not gay at all.
I'll let you guys keep believing that because that way, well, not necessarily you, but I let Emma and Winnie believe that because of the stuff that they pulled on me in the past.
Okay.
So that it gives me that little thing so that, if they tell me something that seems a little off to me, then they'll know that I do have somebody back here that can check on it.
Okay.
What's
so
the difference in telling them it's your
exactly
friend
is he
versus
doing?
telling them it's your
I
mom?
don't really understand.
For Lauren?
Yeah.
It's because think about how sad that is.
You don't want to get mom in trouble.
But the way he said it was like, it's because they were dishonest with me. That's my way of, I don't even know what he said. I can't even recite it.
Well,
but what's the difference of who's doing it if you have someone looking it up for you?
Well, because it makes him like if he tells them it was his friend, it makes him feel like, yeah, well, these guys are fucking with me. I have a friend who's helping me out versus my mommy has to help me out. Dude, that's really sad.
So is he trying to make it seem like his friend is the one who's suspicious and not Lauren?
Well, like, no, he wants to make it sound like there's strength in numbers and it's not just him. He's got a posse. He's got a posse of homies that have his back. And if these people think they're gonna fuck with him, they're gonna get the full strength of the Cornville Mafia right after they get Jordan. Right after they're done with Jordan, they're gonna come after the rest of them. So watch out.
Good plan, Lauren.
They sent a genie to that man's work. So you don't want to fuck with the Cornville Mafia.
What he's looking for. I don't get it.
He'll just who's looking for?
Roy.
Roy's not looking for anything. Roy, I can stand behind the computer and look at it all I want to.
For pussy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't physically be on the computer.
Yeah, Lauren, that's
right.
I can't physically be on the internet.
Okay.
Myself.
Right.
I can't
we can't physically be on the internet
in front of it.
Yeah.
And operating it, but I can stand behind anybody that's sitting in the chair and operating it.
Now, did they say that to you, or are you just saying that one? Because no way someone told you can do that.
That was going to be my question. Did you?
He made that shit up.
Yeah. Did you say, hey Maria? So just to be clear, I can stand behind Roy and say, hey Roy, go to Yahoo and look up da 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 da, right? And she was like, yeah, of course. That's a legal loophole. Lauren, feel free to use.
He's more of an ask for forgiveness kind of guy. He's never been a permission type of fella.
And that was exactly his plan. He would say, well, I didn't know. and then and that would work. I'm sure that worked because it's worked from his whole life. So they go, Lorne, you failed your polygraph test. He goes, well, I wasn't on it. Roy was on it, and like he just happened to be. He would make up something, and they go, well, you can't do that. And he'd say, okay, well now I know. And there you go. Then he would figure out some other way. He would like yell at Roy from the other room things to tell him, and then Roy would look it up and yell back to him in the other room. And he would just keep doing that. I mean, could you do that? Like, you can't be on the internet, but could you tell Roy from the other room, Roy, look up blank and tell me blank?
And
could
describe it to me? I
Yeah.
mean, better than looking at the screen.
I wonder. Let's call Maria.
I have her number. We can ask.
Tell Roy where to go, or Mom where to go, and so that I can look at what I want to look at.
Okay.
That's where I get my information. I don't do it that often because why do I want to keep bugging them to do that?
Because it's embarrassing.
You guys pretty much tell me everything I need to know, and I trust you guys. Well, I trust more than anybody because you've never been part of what Winnie and Emma did.
Right.
But she's
Now
a
I've learned to
sister
trust Winnie
and
Emma
friend of the
more.
two people who fucked with you. I don't know how that doesn't make her not trustworthy.
What are you talking about?
But it's like how everyone is connected in the Lorneverse. And he can't, where he's like, well, I trust you because you weren't a part of it. It's like, she is a part of it.
No, she's not.
Talking to you, she's a part of it.
She's not cahooting with those other people. She's just an outside member who's hot, as far as he knows, looks like a Malibu Barbie. So no more.
Now I'm just thinking about Blue Boy calling Maria, like, U.S. probation. Hi, this is Blue Boy from the MONEGROES podcast. I had a couple questions.
You're live on the air, by the way. We have
Right.
a couple questions for you.
She's like, oh my God, I love the show. All right,
I'm a big fan.
Is the terrorist
I'm trying to get into the Discord.
Yeah, there are some issues with the Discord. There'll be an announcement. There will be an announcement soon if anyone is having issues getting into the MONEGROES Plus.
We're working. IT's working on it. We'll have it back up and running soon.
Yeah, and please don't leave comments in the on the videos themselves. Just submit a ticket because
because we can't keep track of it in the comments. You have to submit a ticket because we have a workflow that we have to go through. So just submit a ticket through the app and everything will be fine.
People don't understand workflow.
No. Speaking of the Discord, you want to see the full version of this, you can only see it in the Discord.
You're in You're in He's got a
tight Latino.
Tight Latino asshole.
I got real damn sexual.
Brown and Latino. Guaranteed to make it bust.
Yo. You said I have a tight Latino asshole.
Lawrence butt is flat, mine is round and Latino.
Wow, I'm glad someone clipped that. I'm glad I didn't realize that this existed.
Jordan is tight Latino asshole. Yeah, it was DJ Payne 1. So
right,
full version.
Who else? What year was that picture taken?
Well, first of all, it was taken. I don't know if it was taken.
What year was that picture
taken? Leave him alone. Okay. We're getting into bullying territory now. We spent 40% of this podcast talking about cake donuts.
Oh my God. I don't. You know what, Sloth? I don't know. But he definitely looks like it was the NSYNC era, right? But he has that bandana on that he wears in the movie where he ends himself in Cricket Snapper. All right, let's keep it moving.
Winnie and Emma anything about this.
Okay.
But Emma, I still feel off sometimes about Emma because it sounds like sometimes she'll say some things that just seem really off.
Okay.
It doesn't really feel right. So it makes it. That's why I don't trust Emma all the way when she says some stuff.
Okay.
Does that make more sense to you now?
Yeah, I guess. It's interesting that Roy's looking at it
Well, Roy's not really looking at it. He's actually on his iPad talking to some girl that I don't know that he thinks is
it the
real.
African bitch
Oh,
or
really?
Many girls that he thinks is real.
That must be so crazy to be talking to a girl you think is real.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. And it sucks. And I was trying to get away from that.
Yeah.
And there was Winnie posing as Casey. I kept believing
fucking Winnie
there's
posing
a
as
possibility,
Casey.
even though some things really seemed off. I was like, well, Emma would tell me the difference. And, not realizing that Emma really knew that it wasn't Casey, even though she said she never really saw what Casey looked like. I knew she did. And there's no way you can mistake. I mean, they don't look anything alike.
Right.
And I knew Emma knew that.
Okay.
And then when Emma went to this concert, they sent me a picture of all of them together. It was supposed to be Winnie when she was posing as Casey, and they photoshopped Casey's face onto. I don't know if they. Emma said they photoshopped Casey's face onto Winnie's body.
Oh.
I don't know if that was true or not, or if it was actually just Casey there. But what they did was Photoshop Emma being in the picture. See what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God,
kind of
such
crazy.
trickery.
That's a wild story.
Wow, that's it. Fucking wow. Now, what did you know about that before?
I really didn't know anything. I pretty much did my own thing.
Yes.
Even when I was out in California, doing the same kind of stuff. I was working. Winnie's running around doing whatever. I mean, I didn't really pay that much attention to the stuff that she would tell me. A lot of the time, she would tell me some crazy shit, and I would just say, "Okay, cool. Don't shit in the tub." That kind of stuff.
When did you start getting on the computer?
I've always been on the computer.
When did you start getting on the computer?
Yeah, are you 85?
This was like 2018.
Right. Come on.
What's your AOL? You get it.
Having internet access and things like that, I mean, it's a huge part
Yeah,
of
she's
life.
not a registered sex
When you go to
offender.
work, a lot of stuff is on the computer.
Yeah, I
and,
don't think
get
I
that
know
off.
the dates
managing
that I
things
was
at
like
home.
first on the internet.
Come on, Blue Boy, quick. Well, what year? Come on.
I couldn't even tell you.
See? Doesn't mean anything to you. It was never special to you. It's just a thing
No.
you take for granted.
No, it's been there my entire life.
Yeah, and you know why? Because you never thought it was a good idea to try and have sex with a child.
Right.
So you just take it for granted. You don't understand how special it is. Maybe. All right. So it's just funny. Like, how long have you been on the computer?
Like only a couple years. It's 2018. Like, what do you
She's a
mean?
girl. What does she use the computer for, right?
Yeah, Pinterest. And I just download the app to my girlfriend's phone. She doesn't need to go on the internet.
I forbid her.
Yeah, she don't
going
allow
on the internet. Do you know what's on the internet?
Okay,
Guys,
look, you have Audible for your fucking vampire books, and you have Pinterest. What more do you need? You don't need to know what I'm doing on here.
There are dudes with dicks all over the internet looking for places to put their dicks. And guess
Yeah, you
what
gotta
else
shield her
is
from
on
that
the
stuff.
internet? My girlfriend? No, thank you.
There's people just constantly sending a cam to you on the internet. just
pop
just
up.
Pops up. They just pop up. just pop up.
It's just Blue Boy flexing.
Like shopping or Facebook, whatever. It's all on there.
Okay, but I'm talking about Tiffany and Clubber time. When did you start that?
I don't know. I don't really remember exactly. But
You must
Derek's been
have
up
some
to
idea.
it for... No, I don't.
Derek's been up to it for years.
It's like it's
Yeah,
all right there in
yeah.
your face, Lauren.
I remember seeing Derek on it years ago.
And you are recognizing how suspicious it
He's
is, and
one of
she's
those
giving you just like,
people
I don't know.
that is fascinated with the show. Can't fucking believe that there are guys who are so stupid to fall for it and actually show up. So it's one of his hobbies. He makes videos
He just what?
he talks to other people about it too.
What does that do for him?
I don't know. I guess he gets his jollies.
What does it do for you when you was on it?
Well, I think it's interesting. I'm not really involved in the internet world, like really deep into social media and going crazy with it. I don't post all the time and stuff. I don't have my own channel, but there's a lot of people that do, and Derek's one of them.
I guess I'm just trying to understand what kind of thrill people get off somebody else's mishaps, misfortunes.
It's like all I do
mistakes.
on the internet.
We've talked about it before. I mean, this wasn't a mishap
It's
or a
hilarious.
misfortune or a
That's a
mistake.
form of currency.
They're looking at
Yeah.
something that was really deliberate. That was
That's
mean-
basically Bitcoin. Just
right, like look how many channels have sprung up on YouTube not liking things, like hating the new Star Wars movies or anything, right? Like hating on things, making fun of things is a whole genre of things. But because Lauren
Listen,
did one of the
I
most
watch Sika all day, and I hate her guts.
right, but like and anytime there's a new Storytime Sika video, work is done. Whatever I'm doing,
Work is done for the fucking day. You send me the link, and I shut down.
and it
I'm
doesn't
like,
matter.
we're not doing this anymore, guys. Everyone go home.
Doesn't matter what the title says, because that's not
Nope.
what the video is going to be about. You just got to watch. Just watch. So, but because Lauren did one of the most horrible things ever, and then not only did he do that, because Lauren could have done what a lot of the people on TCAP did, which was just fuck off. But
And
Lauren
he lives in Cornville too. It's easy for him to just fuck off.
Exactly. No one ever would have known. He would have just faded into obscurity. He was not the most memorable person from the show.
Not even by a little bit.
Not at all. But he put up a fucking YouTube channel. He's out here giving cooking tips when he even said to Kayla he didn't know how to cook. So the man just, he's like, oh, well, I can't, what is it that I can do? Well, I can't cook. Why don't I give people cooking tips on YouTube? I'm a
And then
pedophile.
also-
Why wouldn't they listen to me?
In those videos, also saying like, he's giving the mac and cheese and meatball story, where it's like,
Yes.
that's
No,
how it
I
started, man. You should have just fucked off.
I remember when I first found the Lauren shit, because I found it all like at different times, and I'm watching, and I couldn't believe at first. I thought these were like joke videos, but they were really.
Yeah, I didn't understand it for the longest part. Like, not for the longest time, but the first call I heard was a Ramona call, and I was confused.
Yeah, me too. But then I found his channel, and I'm confused. Why did he have a channel? And then I watched the video where he talks about the meatball story, and I'm like, wait, is this someone doing it in person? Because this is really good. But like, because it seemed like some really like some Tim and Eric style like comedy.
Yeah, it seemed like some weird like
supposed to be
British
comedy,
humor shit.
right? Like
that,
it's not. It's Adult Swim humor. You're not supposed to be ha laughing. Like these are all inside jokes, and if you really got it, you get this shit. That's what it seemed like. But
while
no,
we're on Adult Swim, did you see they took our show off Hulu?
which one?
Pretty Face.
Did they really?
They took it off.
Where's it now?
Nowhere. I can't find it anywhere. So I'm going through withdrawals.
Oh, that's bullshit. That was great. Oh, that's such bullshit.
wasn't intended to be found out, and it was found out. And I'm like,
Yeah,
ha,
I know.
busted.
I know. And that was a fucked up time in my life. Very
Okay.
fucked up time.
But I mean, it had been going on for a couple of years.
I know. It was fucked up time in my life. Because before those couple of years, I'd never even thought of doing anything like that.
Well, I mean, that's irrelevant at this point. It really is. I mean, because honestly, before it turned out that, when we would talk about the Kayla situation, it was kind of presented like this was a one-time thing. I was messed up at the time. And then it comes out that there's other stuff with real people that's exactly the same as what we saw
Hang up,
with
Lord.
Kayla. And that happened years before. So, there was a huge problem happening. And it's my own personal.
Oh my God. Will you give me a chance now?
Yeah, how is he going to explain this away?
Lord, hang up the phone. This is when you just end the mission. You're taking
still for no reason still has hope.
She's saying, Lord, remember when you lied that the fucking horrible thing we all know that you did, and you lied and said it was the only time, but then we found out there were other times. why did you lie about that? He's like, I would love to tell you over dinner, sweetie. No, Lauren, no.
Feeling
How about I tell you over
that
an
it happened
Applebee's
more
margarita?
than the couple of people
Okay.
that
Now you got me.
you talked about.
Listen,
Lauren, stuff was happening.
I want-
you know that it was.
I want a change.
I want you to listen to me.
Okay.
There was no more than what I've told you.
What?
Okay.
There's nothing else I can say
Only those 3 or 4.
to get you to believe that. But I'm telling you all straight, there was no more than what I've told you.
And what you said was horrible.
What you know
Yeah, that was
everything.
plenty.
Okay.
So I've got to press telling you because it's like the drinking thing. Emma tried pressing me that I was drinking last night. Yeah, I was drinking. I was drinking coffee.
Oh, boom.
I got mad about it because
Just a flat out
she tried
lie.
to tell me that I was drinking when I weren't drinking.
Well, you have to
And
understand.
you did the same thing today, and I was like, what?
You have to
guys don't want to drink.
understand.
He probably
Right.
wasn't drinking literally at that moment in time, but he drank like 10 minutes before the call started. So, you know, he was drinking coffee. Because how could he... You can tell, obviously you can tell when he's drunk.
Well, you know, people only can judge you from your actions, right? And when you just described to someone how you managed to avert the internet ban by standing behind someone and directing them on how to use the internet, why wouldn't they believe that when you say you're not drinking that you mean right at that very literal moment? Because you show that you will twist words and situations so that you never look like you're doing anything wrong. How the fuck would she trust you?
It's funny that he can't even, like, lie. Like, over the phone, it should be pretty easy to just lie, like, not get caught.
Yeah.
Like, he gets caught in not even big lies, like, just dumb, small lies he can't even keep straight.
He doesn't have the like, if Lauren was smarter, he would be a very dangerous person.
Mm-hmm.
If he was smarter and more charming and better looking, you know, and not a pedophile, like all those things.
Yeah, he'd be like American Psycho.
Yes. Instead he's Cornville Costanza.
Understand where that comes from. That comes from every other time that you've lied about it. And that's exactly what you say. Coffee. I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah, you do say
As
a
if
lot,
you're
Lauren.
so offended that
Lauren,
anyone
you
would
say
ask
that a
if
lot.
you were drinking. And then all of a sudden, it comes out that you were. And everyone has to say, okay, well, of course he was drinking. We knew it.
Yeah, but I also told you that I'm not going to lie to you anymore.
Good. I'm glad that you're not going to lie.
Anymore.
The thing with that, and for having trust and believing what you're saying, is there has to be a pattern there. And it has to go on for a certain amount of time.
I know. It used to be
Okay.
the
So
reverse
how
with me.
long do I
I
have
don't
to not lie for you
care.
to believe me
Used
so I can
to-
start lying again?
I
That's it.
care it used to be because that's
Well-
what I want to be again.
Okay, but you're going backwards like 30 years, Lauren, and saying, well, I used to not do that. I used to be a good
I know.
person. You know? I mean, come on.
Well, I do that because I go in my own head and I try to figure out where the hell I started doing it at and why I started doing it. And it all
The
comes back to
origin
the same
story
place.
doesn't really matter. Just stop lying now.
It really, like, that's like telling a woman that you cheated on that you didn't used to cheat.
Right.
You just need to get back to that person.
Like, the fact is you did it, dude.
20 years ago, I never would have cheated on anyone. I mean, I'm cheating on you left and right. I just need to get back to that person who wouldn't jam my dick in some other woman. You know what I mean? Like,
Or
where's
children.
Where'd that guy go? Hello? Hello, Mr. Honesty?
I missed
Me
that,
too.
Lauren. I missed the old Armstrong. Stay off the phone, Armstrong.
Pay a bitch's bills, Armstrong.
They got loans to pay the bitch's bills. And he couldn't afford himself.
Follow a bitch home, Armstrong. Where are you? Where did you go?
The Armstrong used to sit at the bar till my shift was over and follow me back to my apartment. Where's that, Lauren?
The Lord who won second place in the karaoke contest, sitting in a seat because you were too embarrassed to stand up because you shit your pants. Oh, where's that Lord? All right.
All right, I think we've got enough
when I
jokes
came
in
home
there.
from
Let's go.
Washington State, and I was being around Tony and Paul and all the partying crap.
Okay.
From back
So
here.
when
That's
was
where it
that?
all
That was
started.
what, 2002?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're almost 20 years from that.
Such a long
When I was
know?
literally a baby.
I mean, that's what I mean. If you are in the mindset where you're saying, I want to figure this out, I want to figure out where I started going wrong and how it happened, that's fine. But when that stops you and you stall yourself and you say, well, I need to figure out where I went wrong, and that's kind of your backfall, because ultimately you can't figure it out. So in another 20 years, you're going to be asking yourself the same questions, getting the same responses. You haven't budged. You're the same asshole. There's just going to be a different group of people that you're being an asshole to.
Sucks being an asshole too. I hated it.
Okay, well, stop being one.
He's the victim of
not
him being
trying
an
to be.
asshole somehow.
That was weird.
Sucks being an asshole too. Can't believe that happened to me. Fucking moron. Jesus Christ.
But you were one today, is what the point is.
Yeah, because my feelings are involved, and
Okay, but don't say I don't want to
I've
be
been-
an asshole, and then but my feelings were involved, so it's okay to be one.
well, I've been played with so much that it's taken a toll on me, and I get really defensive. And
Well, get defensive. Do whatever, Lauren, because the fact of the matter is that at some point people are going to go away. Emma's going to get tired of your shit and she's going to walk. Dan's going to get tired of it and he's going to skip away. I'm going to get tired of it and I'm going to walk too. And so is Winnie.
yeah, but all the bad shit came from my drinking.
Yeah, that's it.
That definitely didn't help anything.
No, that hurt things.
But you weren't drinking
That hurt me
today,
well.
right? And you were still an asshole to me, holding me to be a girlfriend when I'm not, acting as if I'm cheating on you
Not
when
yet.
I'm not.
Sweetie.
I was acting hurt. I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm not going to say I'm still not hurt. I am hurt.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and be hurt, but don't be an asshole to me. All you're doing is you're giving yourself justifications to be that way. Just like when you made justifications that your family didn't make you mac and cheese, you didn't get that kind of stuff when you poured your money into helping them out.
Well, thankfully those days are over.
Okay, good. Well, keep having other days like that. Don't be a fucking prick.
Ooh.
Be an adult. Actually be one. And don't say, I'm her, and go on your fucking dates, going out with cocksuckers. Fuck you, Lauren. Seriously, fuck you. Fuck you.
I was
that
hurt
one.
because you fucking told me 2 nights in a row that you're going to call me.
Big deal.
Sometimes I like when the mask slips a little bit with the catfish.
They just get
Okay, you
tired.
know what? Fuck yourself.
Yeah. And the anger about not getting phone calls 2 nights in a row.
Right. It's fucking ridiculous.
I can't think of anyone I want to talk to 2 nights in a row.
Seriously.
You know what I mean? Like, you want to get on the phone with someone and have like some mundane fucking conversation 2 nights in a row.
Especially because you're forgetting to, like, he's also been texting you all day. So
Yeah.
what do you want to say
Of
that you
course.
haven't said to me already?
Like 10 different ways.
Dude,
Well, he just want to ask for another chance down the future, down the line.
my
Our
ex,
nightly routine where I
Yeah,
beg
that-
you to fuck
that-
me.
that right there. My ex would call me on her way home from work to complain about her day at work, and then as soon as she got home would have the exact same conversation. And at one point I was like, hey, instead of calling me, why don't you save your complaints for when you get home so I can hear them fresh and react to them like I haven't already heard them? But she didn't like that. But I'm just saying, why do I gotta hear it twice? Why do I have to hear it twice?
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I had to start hanging up, to be honest with you. It's just, once the conversation starts, it's something that I already heard, I just hang up. And if they really love me, they'll call me back.
Sloth got a 9:30. Why aren't you at work? Click.
Deal. Go and do something else.
Because it was a big deal. It was a big deal to me because I think highly of you, when you usually when you tell me something that it's usually in stone.
Set in stone.
Okay, but I didn't have a chance to call you, so you know what? Get over it.
You don't do everything perfectly. Don't think that you do.
Yeah, like what?
I know
What
you
do
said
you-
you think that you do everything
Who cares?
perfectly. You
Like,
don't.
when did she say that she did?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
It's
about
like
see
you.
he
right
has
there?
this conversation in his
What
own
are you
fucking
talking
head.
about?
Right there is him using his special power. He says something that means nothing about nothing to take you down that circle.
Sloth, what are you eating?
Oh, Pringles.
Still?
Why are they soft? Like, how come they're not crunchy?
What flavor are they? Original?
Stale original.
Actually, they are cheddar cheese.
Oh, those are good ones.
Like they're
He
not
finds them
crunchy.
unsalted at a
They're not
special store.
They're not crunchy at all. It sounds like you're eating mashed potatoes.
What do you mean? I'm a polite person. I'm not that close on the mic, so it can be crunchy in people's ears.
He
I'm
waits
not
until it's in
Crunch one into the mic real
mush.
quick.
He waits until the fine. He mix it with a bowl of hot water to turn it into a sludge. So
He has soft teeth.
He makes Pringles into like a nice gruel and then
Yeah.
kind of slurps it down.
Cheddar cheese. You eat Sloth Cat like me.
You
My mom
always
gave me
eat
her credit card to go to the grocery store when I was a kid, and I
Like,
came back with
He
donuts
eats like
and
an actual
Pringles.
sloth or an actual.
Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2. That's
Yeah.
you, Sloth Cat. You were
Just
left
Powerade
alone.
and Pringles.
You were left alone with a Uber Eats account with a $40 a day per diem, and you can live like that the rest of your life.
I can actually. That's how I eat almost every day. You know, you just need one.
You just have a gas
good
station diet.
meal a day, and the rest just snack stuff. You know,
Snacks.
He's built
What
to
was
be
your
like
one
a
meal today?
post-apocalyptic nomad, just like finding gas station food. He's built to last.
Sloth Cat, what was your one meal? I want to know what your one meal was for the day.
today it was a sub. You know, a sub sandwich.
I know what those are.
That was your meal?
Yeah, that and some chips.
Of course.
And it was just a half, like a 6-incher. It wasn't a foot long.
Oh, good. Gotta stay trim.
Gotta fit in the onesie.
He's really watching his figure.
Yeah,
Dude, summer's coming up. You gotta get that summer body back.
That you do everything perfectly and you don't.
What are you talking about? Don't just repeat yourself. Tell me what you're talking about.
Like last night. Waiting till
What about last
10:30.
night?
Tell me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Waiting till
okay.
10:30. Tell
Well,
me.
you know what? What time would have been good to tell you? What time?
Earlier.
Huh?
Earlier.
What?
tell-
Maybe at 9 o'clock, maybe
tell-
at 7. Would that have been better? Would you have been, I don't know, maybe normal at that time? Would you say, okay, cool, we'll have a good time?
Well, no, don't go crazy.
I wouldn't have told you you had a good time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have told
I
you
know,
to have a
because
good
you're
time.
a prick.
I know. It'll bite me.
No,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't want to be infected with something disgusting.
Yeah, Lauren, that's
Don't go there. You don't want me to get multi and say shit. Don't go there.
Well, I don't. So don't
You
say
know you
shit
wouldn't
like
get
bite
infected with
me.
me anyway. You know
No,
you wouldn't
I
get
don't want
infected
to.
with me
No,
anyway.
I'm gonna.
it's clean. He's fine.
Excuse me.
Anyway.
I'm gonna throw up. You said really? Yeah.
Lauren, hang up.
Get real.
Really?
Get real.
I am real. You're the one that needs to get
Get
real.
real.
I'm real. I'm standing right up right here. Come on up and see me.
So-
Be able to tell I'm real.
Oh my god.
When are you going to talk to Maria?
Lord, hang up the phone, Lord.
Run.
So need to give me a chat. So what's going on, Maria? Hold on, let me make sure I'm recording.
Yeah, here's the clicking on the other side. What was that?
You hear Ember and Dan whispering. Come on, Lord. Lord.
I don't know. She hasn't called me back yet. I called her the day before yesterday.
I'll make sure I'm on the phone.
She hasn't called me back yet. So I don't know if she's avoiding me or what, but maybe this had to happen so I could get things more straightened out in my head.
Maybe what had to happen?
Maybe me getting suspended from class had to happen so I get things more straightened out in my head.
What was he suspended for this time?
They don't want to put me in jail because they know I have a
Pencil fighting. He kept
He
getting into
carved
trouble.
swastikas into his desk?
He kept getting into trouble with the principal. The principal told him one more time he'd get kicked off the basketball team. But of course, that was just bullshit because the only reason Lauren's still in school is so they can finally beat the Waterville rape class because they've beat the Cornville rape class 12 years in a row, and the principal's tired of losing. He said, "Do I enjoy the fact that there's no black people in Maine? Only when it's not basketball season." So,
but what was he actually suspended for? This wasn't the time he ate fruit and got drunk, was it?
the alcoholic fruit. I can see Lord digging into a bag of like badly fermented fruits.
Yeah, it's like it might not even have been a lie. He just ate really old fruit from the back.
Yeah, that wouldn't be shocking.
Under his bed, and he just
a rotten fruit smoothie. I don't know why these strawberries are so brown, but we're using them.
Just crunk. So, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. Maybe he'll tell us.
A lot to lose, and that I do good.
Yeah,
with working and
you do great.
Putting in.
That's about it.
Are you kidding me?
Good with working and for the
that's
community.
Well, don't you go to
Fucking
work?
insane.
What has he done for the community?
Yeah.
Well, he for the most part stays home, and he hasn't reoffended.
Or he doesn't subject them to him. I guess that's good.
Exactly.
And then that doesn't make sense because that's the one thing he was supposed to be doing to get out of great class was go and be around in the community.
They wanted to see him in a real relationship. Chapter 6.
They're matchmakers.
Find love. That's the last chapter of the book, and Lord's like, "How am I going to beat this?" Now that's the story. That's the story I want to see. That's why Lord can't pass. Sloth Cat, can we animate that? Like, do you know any animators?
Like, can we get that
Go to
animated
work.
by someone? He means, yeah.
I've been donating water to the homeless shelter. I go over and help Mom. I help Aunt Sharon.
Yeah, that's helping.
Yeah, but the other
family
stuff that they told you to do, you don't
Donating
do.
free water you got, I
AA.
mean, is not very. I don't think that's enough to get you out of rape class.
Well, and he had to be told to donate the water because wasn't he pouring it out so that he can get the 10 cents per bottle?
Yeah, he couldn't even drink the water first.
He need that money. No, he need that money now.
Pour it in the dog bowl for the water in the dogs.
Okay, that's 4 bottles a day. 36 bottles of water.
How much water are you supposed to drink a day?
You're not listening. 36 bottles of water, 36 pinholes. That's $3.60 cash right now.
But doesn't he also use the water to make his weak coffee? Can't he just use the bottles of water for that? Brush your teeth with it. Do dishes with it.
But you're thinking of long time. Lauren wants that money right the fuck now.
Then he should have gotten a big bucket, poured all the water into the bucket, used it as a bathtub, took the water bottles to the.
That's all extra. I mean, I don't understand all that work of opening every bottle and whatever he was doing. It just sounds like so much work for what he was getting.
For what he was getting, it was like 4 cents a bottle.
No, it's 10, isn't it? Because I know in Oregon it's 10 cents. So do there people in Washington?
Oh, was he in Maine or was he in Oregon?
I thought he was in Maine. I think Maine might be.
Oh, so it might be different than 10 cents.
It's different in different places, and like
Oh.
Oregon, what is Michigan? I think is also 10 cents. There's different places where it's higher.
What was it in Maine?
So like if you live on the border, like if you live in southern Washington, there are people who will go around collecting cans just to drive them 10 miles to Oregon where they get double the money.
But it's like you're spending the gas to get there for 10 cents.
10 miles. So if you have a bunch, like we're talking people in bulk, like you have a bunch of cans, and this is what you do, just driving them 10 miles to another state, you're doubling your money. That's pretty significant. But not when you have 36 bottles of water.
When you have a single case of water. He got $4?
Yeah,
at the most.
Yes, he got his $3.60 and then went and bought a lottery ticket. Because you're looking at $3.60, he's looking at it as hope.
That's almost a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. Can I get an extra pack of water? Can I get an extra case of water, please? I would like some cigarettes.
In a few weeks.
And one nail, please. I'm gonna poke holes in every bottle of water.
I remember when I had access to his bank account, he'd be struggling to pay his bills, but always would spend like $120 at the smoke shop.
How
That's
often?
insane.
He always made sure to do that.
How often was he going?
Every few days.
That's crazy.
Stuff.
The
I
drinking.
mean, with the drinking is the only thing.
That's it. The one thing. My one.
So
vice.
when you
The drinking, and they don't want me to have anything to do with anybody that I met from the internet, like Emma, you, Winnie, Dan.
So then
Oh
that's
my
why you're in
God.
class still.
All I did was the drinking, and then of course I'm not supposed to be talking to you, which I'm not doing. I'm not doing
all
that.
right, we're 0 for 2 right now, buddy.
And I'm telling them no, they're not going to pick who I can have for friends.
Yeah.
They're so concerned about me
Also,
having
me probation. I guess. Well,
you and Emma and Dan. Well, they're not so concerned about you.
Why?
When I told Bryce, I told him how much you would help, and I told him that you're the only one that I've opened up to, like I've opened up. But
Yeah, I'm sure they gave a fuck
Emma was
about
a big
that.
one at first because when Mitchell was my probation officer before, Mitchell would go on the internet and he'd find things
don't happen.
out that Emma was doing.
Really?
Okay. Is he going to be
Then he
your officer
Then he bring
now?
it back and show me. Well, that's what the guy from the polygrapher told me, and he told me that Maria told him. So I don't know. Maybe that's why Maria hasn't contacted me.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
When were you supposed to see her again?
Hold on, I gotta put this on mute. I gotta blow my nose.
All right.
Man.
This must have been right before he went back to
Okay.
prison.
Did
the
you
second time.
petition?
Why do you say that?
Because she seems to be pushing on like why he needs to talk to Maria. She seems to be really interested in this topic.
Oh, and was this when she was trying to get him to?
And because I remember this call, I could be wrong actually, so maybe I don't remember. I thought this was date. He went back to prison in February, right? All right, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. It could be.
I thought it was like August because I remember saying they couldn't, like they didn't have the decency to wait 2 months and arrest him on his birthday again. I want to say it was like close enough to his birthday where they should have waited so that he could have got arrested on his birthday for a second time just because. Hey Lauren, come in real quick. We got you a cake.
It has a warrant for his arrest inside of it. Cuts it open. Yeah.
And Hanson comes out. Hanson comes out with his chat log on a platter. Oh my god, that'll be fucking amazing. And then Lauren goes to jail. I don't know, dude. I don't know when this call was. And Tiffany was on this call twice. Remember the stream? Then we finished the stream in MONEGROES. Then we tried to on Monday, and Sloth Cat's microphone didn't work. And then yesterday my internet didn't work.
You poor people and your problems.
No.
Or did you just blow snot rockets all over the room?
Oh, I just lifted up my t-shirt and blew my nose all over my t-shirt.
I believe that.
I believe that too.
Okay,
Because I used to kiss you.
So Mitchell may not be back.
I think he is because the polygrapher told me that Maria told him. So
Okay.
I want to say at the time he also was
the first one to know.
He was like Maria was ghosting him, if I remember correctly, like for a while. That's why they thought something was amiss because Maria wasn't ever returning his calls. So I think I'm right.
And is that what happened right before he? So right before he went back to jail, Maria stopped responding to him.
Like from what I can remember, yes, I'm pretty sure. Like he wasn't able to like get a hold of anyone. They were just kind of giving him the runaround.
I just remember all of a sudden Lauren was in jail and live like Ember was fucking live streaming calls with him. It was the craziest
It's
shit.
so funny we had calls from him in jail. How fucking
That was
funny is that?
insane.
We got to stream those sometime.
So I forgot about those until just right now.
Oh, they're
Like,
funny. They're
so
good.
and being there at the time when he was actually in jail, and there are live streams of him. Like that's how
That's
did
great.
that? Yeah,
That was a great time.
Well, Bryce would be the first one and all. Then he'd tell Maria, and I guess Maria must have told the polygrapher, and the polygrapher told me.
Okay, so when
Maybe
would
that's
you
why.
normally be meeting with her?
But there is no normal.
She shows
Okay.
up.
It's whenever
Launch
she
day.
tells me to come down, or that's usually about it. Or whenever she shows up here, then she always calls me before she shows up here to make sure I'm home. She knows I work a
Okay.
lot of hours.
Well, I'm just curious what they could be doing, because it seems like any of this stuff would have to be in writing.
Well, that's what I would think too, but I haven't signed anything. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're not going to suspend me from class for long. I don't know. Like, I don't know anything until they tell me.
Did they give you a paper when you were taken out of that first class?
Nope. Well, they gave me. Well, it's like every 3 months, I think it is. I have to sign a paper with Dwayne for being in this class. I can't remember signing it.
I feel like these are things you should know what you're signing. Like he just signed a piece of paper because I'm in the class. Like you don't know? How do you not know?
He doesn't care. It's just all
Pedophile.
admin shit for him. And Lawrence sounds pretty checked out of it. You know, he doesn't believe he needs to even be in the class.
Yeah.
So whatever they have him signing, he doesn't give a shit. He'll just sign it because I think he's just resigned himself. They don't want to let him out, so he's just going to go through the motions until he dies, or they eventually just get tired of seeing his face and let him go. But he is definitely not the problem or the issue or the cause of any of this. So he has no behavior to fix to get out of there. They need to get their shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Class.
Okay, so every 3 months you have to sign a paper. What does the paper say?
Says I'm a pedophile.
Oh, I can't remember now.
It says I failed the
I read it
last
once.
polygraph test, and if I do it again, I'll go back to prison or something. I don't really remember.
I read it the first time, then I haven't read it since then because I knew I was signing the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I think it's just something that saying that I have to take this class.
I read it the first time, so I don't read it again because I know it's the same thing. Bitch, if you didn't read it, how do you know it's the same thing?
Right.
This is the same man.
Well, it was on a piece of paper. I know that much. You know.
Well, we know that years later he would get that evaluation that he paid for, and he would read the self-evaluation he did of himself and think that it proved he wasn't a pedophile.
Yeah, he got to that part and then didn't bother reading the rest of it.
Dagnabbit, I'm not a pedophile. I can't wait to send this to my internet girlfriend.
Ew, she's gonna have egg all over her face when she finds out I'm not really a pedophile.
Egg
Lauren, this
first,
document states
then
that you
Lordy.
are a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like flat out says you're a pedophile.
Where? Oh, there. Okay, well.
Oh yeah, see, I skipped over that part.
Well, did you see the self-assessment? Right?
Where I said myself I'm attracted to ladies who are 60.
Pretty right on. Ladies who are 60.
Do you remember that part where he was like, according to Lauren's self-evaluation? Because did I explain how that test worked?
I don't know if you did.
He explains it on one of the calls, but they show him images like on a computer, and he gives them like a rating like 1 through 10.
That's right.
And of course, because to play it safe, of course, Lauren, if he sees a child, he's giving it a 1.
Yeah.
And then if he sees an old lady, he's like, well, I'm gonna say I'm attracted to that one. So it was like, according to the self-assessment, Lauren rates himself attracted to, super mature adults.
He's like a mature man. I love mature adult women.
Yeah, it's like, no, Lauren, first of all, I don't understand this test because any idiot can lie on that. I guess the whole point is you're supposed to be honest with clients.
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess
then
that's the
let's
thing.
match it up with what we think.
Right.
It's like, I gotta be honest. I love like a good fucking grandma, like in a shawl. Oh no. Keep the 25-year-old porn stars away.
Yeah,
That's
those ones are gross.
Children, let me ask, is there a -10 on here, or is 1 as low as it goes?
Okay.
Because of probation.
Do you think that you being removed from that first class had anything to do with them thinking that it wasn't effective? Maybe they felt you had to go somewhere else to get your treatment?
No, Maria told me I was straight. They just got a different provider. I'm like, it really it pissed me off at first quite badly because I don't work with guys as well as I do with females.
Or like children.
Jean knew that too.
Female
And
children.
Okay.
she asked me if I was going to be all right.
Yeah.
I said, told her,
See,
what
that's
choice
the
do I
thing.
have?
Why would Jean ask? So, Lauren, are you going to be all right working with him? Who gives a fuck? That's the problem. Like, he was coddled for so long.
Yeah.
Why does Lauren have a choice? Like, after a certain point, I really believe after a certain point, if Lauren continues to not get with the program, continues to not graduate, then he should just have to go back to jail, because it means
That's how
that
it should be.
you are refusing to live by the standards and the laws set forth within the state, and just regular fucking moral things. Like, you should know how to pass this rape class so that you can show that you're not going to be a threat.
Yeah,
And
even if you want to rape a child, you should be able to. It's not right. It should be all
Yes.
easy to pass. We
That's it.
saw the assignments. The assignments are very easy. You can bullshit your way through it, and he still couldn't do that properly.
I don't understand why he's showing that he's refusing. Either he's refusing to admit he has a problem, or he's refusing to fix the issue. Put the man back in jail. Let him finish there. Do you have an issue with that? That's fucking stupid.
Well, it has to be something more than that for a reason.
Yeah.
They got a new provider to assign you to, but that doesn't mean that all of probation changed providers, because everyone who was in the class with you would have had to move too.
Well, I don't know. He was in the class in Waterville. Didn't go to the same class that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I think because he was in the same class, but he got moved to the one in Bangor. But he got moved a long time before I did.
Okay.
That's all that was just NIL talk and reorganization for the league, for the big upcoming basketball tournament. So you got guys moving all over the place.
Yeah, this was free agency season, so guys were
They got a couple of blacks in Bangor.
I mean,
The Loverman Genius just shows up in Cornville only for the basketball season. The man just driving to the hoop.
Don't talk a lot. I don't talk a lot, well, especially in this class, because the guy doesn't give you a chance to talk.
Yeah, he's so busy fucking monologuing.
Pretty sad, really. Compared to the other class, when I was in the team. But I don't talk a lot.
So Lord is just sitting there anxiously holding his hand up. Me,
the fuck right, Lauren.
Call on me. And the teacher's like, sexual, what is rape? And Lauren's like, I know.
They never call on Lauren. Poor guy.
He's so busy monologuing and pulling other kids up to the chalkboard to write on it, but never Lauren. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad, really.
Quiet, and I listen to what other people say, and I don't say much about what I'm going through, because
you don't have any issues.
What I'm going through is just normal everyday stuff, and I don't have thoughts
like I would argue
like
this is not normal. Your days are not normal everyday stuff. You don't talk. Winnie's pooping in her pants. Then people are in comas. This stuff's not normal.
Sorry, guys. See, you all have pedophile issues. I've got non-pedophile issues. So if you don't mind, I'm going to put my head down and daydream. Now, please continue, pedophile, with whatever it was you were talking about. And that's how you go on. That's how you get suspended from class.
Do you picture them at desks, like in a school? Like, like the desk chair like combo thing.
Yes,
that's what I picture too every time.
I picture assigned seating.
Yeah.
And like the first day of class, they go around and say their name and an animal that they most associate with.
What did you do this summer besides try to rape a kid?
I picture the whole thing. And Lauren gets sent to the principal's office. He gets a referral and he gets suspended.
We're gonna call your parents, young man.
Yeah, and his mom has His mom has to come pick him up when he gets suspended.
There's really not much for me to say. I know they have a problem with me not opening up, but
He's the bad boy.
There's nothing for me to open up about in my life that I have now.
Yeah.
It's stuff that I've opened up to you about that
Then open
they
up to the
want me to
class.
open up about. And
Oh my god, the class is full of pedophiles.
now they're gonna
And the
know
class doesn't want to have sex with
everything.
him.
Exactly.
That's
sad.
sad,
Well,
but
yeah,
they
for the
don't
most part.
know anything about now because there's nothing now. Now it's just everyday stuff.
Now he's just a regular guy.
The normal person
a regular
thinks and
Joe.
does.
Well, I think that you can talk about the stuff that is in your past
Yeah, but
and
that's
the reason why you're there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that I
Yes,
have to
true,
do.
that
I have to do that in my assignments,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to write it all down and read it all.
What? That's crazy.
Not like
That's not fair.
He's saying, but I'm already writing it down, and I already have to read it what I write down. So why do I also need to talk about it?
You just said you had to read it.
But he's saying that's why he doesn't talk about it in class, because he's saying I'm doing the assignments. So I'm doing the assignments and then I'm reading the material that they want me to read, but he's not participating in class. And he's also not grasping the material. But in his mind, I'm doing the bare minimum they're asking me to do. What more do you want me to do? More than the bare minimum? Jesus.
It's unfair.
I was better off in Gene's class.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not in Gene's class.
But I could be, though.
There's a reason why you
I should
were moved.
be.
And you were
agree?
there
Gene's
for
class,
4.5
talked
years.
more.
But the thing is, like, and I'm just going by the assignment that you've shown me, where you didn't answer the question at all. It had nothing to do with you being an offender
Okay, I
and
got
what
it.
you needed in order to not.
They hire Walter Baps, player coach. He teaches. He's the new tough teacher that's going to come in, whip Lauren into shape, and get the basketball team winning again.
Oh fuck yeah!
What do you think, dude?
Offend again. That was the
And Lauren's
question.
like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Kicking your ass," and that's how the trailer ends.
You talked about the internet
You gotta
and how
go,
there's
kid,
some
go
people
get it.
on there that might see one thing, but then they're really wanting you for money or whatever. It turned into this really weird rant.
Yeah, but okay. Let me try to make this clear on what my answer was.
Yeah, tell her, Lauren.
Because
Yeah, let's try to
I
make it
know what it
clear.
was that made my head go scatterbrain.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're calling it now.
Scatterbrain.
That is what the judge called it when he was sentenced.
Scatterbrain.
For the crime of scatterbrain. Lauren, you chatted with the girl for a month. And
Getting scatterbrain's a violation of his probation, too, which is unfortunate.
It was what I allowed everybody to do. So what I actually need to not offend again is to not allow people to do that same stuff to me again.
True.
To not allow people to use me and to not put myself in that same position I was in.
Kayla was using.
Does that make
Well,
sense?
this is why you're in the class. Because no, that
You're a fucking idiot.
I know you're looking for a completely different answer from her.
You're looking for the truth. See, that's the issue.
That has to do with kids.
Yeah.
That
Here's
has to
the
do
thing.
with sexual.
It's
you
not
want to hear
about
the reason why I went to have sex with a child was because I wanted to have sex with a child, and that's when that's where you're reading into things wrong. That's disgusting. That's bad on you, because the reason why Lauren was there was not for sex with a child. It was because of the. I mean, you didn't hear the mac and cheese and the meatball story. You didn't hear that. I don't. That's why it's not like this was some rumor that was spread and Lauren is defending himself years later. It was the most well-documented attempt of the abuse of this type that I've ever seen.
Right.
It went on for a full fucking month. People have jobs that don't last that long. This man treated getting arrested on his birthday like a full-time job.
Oh my god.
He worked at it. He really worked at it.
Out me looking for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what the answer is, But the point
You're a
is,
pedophile.
you're looking at it from the perspective of what happened in Nashville. But that is not when you became a sex offender. That's when you became known.
It goes all the way. It goes all the way before that.
Yeah.
To when I realized what people were doing, but I didn't do anything about it, and I
Then what happened?
just turned to somewhere where
Dark place.
somebody wasn't going to use me. Then when I was down in Nashville, I was all fucked up.
Wait.
Why was it different? I don't know.
Well, because you're saying, well,
He said, so you talk about two different situations there, right? I think he just slid in the MySpace Molly thing there. Because he said a situation where I was being used by everyone, so I looked for someone who wasn't going to use me. And then when I was down in Nashville, I was all fucked up at the time.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think.
Right. Well, I mean, good.
He's saying he was messed up, and that's what made him go to Nashville.
No, I thought he was talking about what he was talking about with, because he's pretty sure he was talking about his victims there. He mentioned one, and then he mentioned when he was in Nashville, he was all fucked up at the time. Because I think we're about to get into the fair.
Oh, okay.
well, I was all fucked up then. So what about before, when it was happening?
Yeah.
Well, I try to figure out why I went younger.
Because you're.
Than I did.
Well,
I think we know the
figure out
answer.
why I did that.
If you want it.
Yeah, like that's like trying to say I'm trying to figure out why I fucking love chocolate, because you just like chocolate, and it was like, and she says,
why do I like chocolate?
Yeah, what is it about chocolate?
What happened in my past that I can blame for the reason why I like chocolate?
What happened in my past to explain why I like plain donuts?
Well, I know what happened there. And it also explains the shitty anime. So plain ass animation from plain ass donuts. That's
Don't you want to
story.
know? I need to know why though. I'm trying to figure out why.
though.
I think
I had a
that
hard time figuring that out.
it was because she just happened to be that age. I think that if Kayla was 14 or 15, it would have been the same
No, I think Lauren did like. I mean, Lauren definitely liked the whole virgin thing, but he also liked a young teenage girl that he could train before she was old enough to recognize whether he knew he wanted to groom someone that term or not. He wanted to train like a little sex robot who lived just to please him. He would, you're supposed to say, you want to see my penis. You're supposed to, like, you miss it when you can't see my butt, right? Like, just telling her these things and she would all she would need to do is repeat those things and give him sex when he wanted. And so I don't believe that it was just because Kayla was available. If Kayla was available at 13 and there was a 18-year-old Kayla with more life experience in the same chat room, he would have kept talking with sweet 13-year-old Kayla, who he could tell all his problems and brag about his $300 credit card. So,
conversation, it wouldn't have mattered.
You're probably right. It wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. Sucks so much to have to fucking think about this shit and figure it all out, because it blows my mind that I ever put myself in this position. That's why reading that chat log is so fucking hard for me to read that.
Because why?
Fucking thing.
Why do you hate it?
Because it hurts me to know that I'm the one that said that stuff.
It may have been a little bit different when you were talking to, but it was the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing that you have to think about, and you have to process, and you have to put that kind of stuff in your answer. Can't dodge it, because ultimately what you're saying is to keep from molesting children. It's going to depend on other people to not use you.
I know, and that's not what I wanted. That's not the way I wanted to say.
What?
Because it's not. I know it's not. I can't say it's those other people's fault. I mean, it's their fault for wanting to use someone else.
What?
But it's not their fault that I allowed it. It's my fault that I allowed it.
But those two things are completely separate.
They have nothing to do. Other people have nothing to do with your pedophilia. Truly,
nothing. but like if you attach it to something else, then you can blame that for that, because that's all he's saying. Well, no, you're right, but like, yeah, it's their fault that they wanted to use me, and so then I had to go use someone else, which turned into a child.
Yeah, he's saying the only thing that's his fault is allowing other people to use him, which is making it still not his fault. Fucking so stupid. It bends my mind.
And the fact that this is the same call where an hour and a half, for an hour and a half, he's begging for a chance. And even after this call where you're turned down for a chance all these times, and then it's brought up about you lying about previous victims, and then you're going to talk about this fair, he still would get off this call and want a chance.
Yeah, that went well. Yeah.
Well, and he probably thought, I'm glad. Well, we really worked through that. Like, we worked through that really good. Like, that was amazing. I've never felt closer to anyone.
Yeah, it's not their fault that you then turn that around
Exactly.
and put your focus onto these young girls.
Thank you.
No, it's all my fault that I did that.
Right.
It's been hard to come to terms with it.
Yeah. But I feel like you haven't even come to terms.
Oh, I've come to terms with it.
I think that
I've
there's
definitely come to terms with it that I have. Reading that fucking chat log, it's hard for me to think that I'm the one that fucking said that shit. But I mean, it's all right there, and that's why it's so hard for me to read them. Fuck. Hard for me to read them things. I'm saying penis and vagina and all that.
Penis and vagina. Through tears is hilarious.
Those are the parts that were hard for you to read, where you're saying penis and vagina.
Penis and vagina.
Yeah, you must be at the very start because it gets worse there, bud.
Right, yeah, that's the first 3 pages.
You don't remember anything from that chat log, do you? Oh,
fucking crap.
yeah, it's disgusting. But even beyond that, like I mentioned before, it's not just that, because that is enough. You're right. But it's all the other stuff too, about wanting this little girl to be a woman for you.
Yeah. I know. No.
And that's the thing that was happening with too. You wanted her to be a woman for you. And there's a lot there, I feel like, that we haven't talked about. I really do, because especially the story of you going there, I think that there's a lot of missing pieces.
Well, there was a lot of feelings between me and
there was feelings with you.
Because, well, I know there was feelings too.
Well, she was a child, Lauren.
Yeah, this was pretty fucked.
Yeah,
Children have fucked up.
Like when you realize this is a real person he's talking about, and
he still can't even like put it together that she didn't have feelings for him. He like can't even accept it.
No,
like dude, you took advantage of a child.
And I know that. So he mentioned the MySpace model. He mentioned her to Kayla, right? Because she asked, "Who's this person?"
Yes,
or something like that. And I don't know if it was Ember's idea. I really don't know whose idea it was to say that, like this person had reached out, but it got Lauren to open up and admit, and this is when you find out the first time, like it was confirmed that Lauren had actual victims out there.
Yeah.
And so, and again, that's what I'm saying. Like, so he's on this call with this girl that he's begging for a chance. This comes up, and to get off this call and believe that that anyone would still want anything to do with you after you just you're confirming and still excusing it. Not, it was the darkest period of my life, and I've gone through years of therapy and none of that, because it would still take a very, very, I don't want to say special woman, but like a very unique person to be in a relationship with Lauren after these things. Right. But so to just assume that Tiffany's going to get off the phone with him and be like, all right, well, maybe I will give him a chance.
Boyfriend material right here. Yeah.
Not yet. Maybe not yet, but I'll give him a chance in a bit after we're friends.
Perry'sPoolParty.com? Are you fucking kidding me?
What the fuck is going on here?
It's Lieutenant Lesmost. I'm watching Homeboys from Outer Space on BT and I see another commercial for your pool party. Start stacking cups, guilty fuck.
It's all bullshit, you jagoff. Perry'sPoolParty.com? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is going on here?
Thumbs out! Dogs out! That's what a pool party's all about! Yes, Perry is the fucking man! Throws a party like nobody can! It's a men's only if I gotta wear your thong! A sleepover cause it's all along!
Absolutely not!
77222! Come crash room 102 cause it's time!
Disgusting!
Yes, it's time! Oh, it's time! Yes, it's time! Cause it's Perry's pool party!
Get out of here! That's bullshit! Turn this off right now. That's all bullshit! Get it removed from the internet immediately. Pool party. Everything you just saw right there is all bullshit. Fucking lying son of a bitches. Better not play that. Perry'sPoolParty.com? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is going on here?
Thumbs out! Dogs out! That's what a pool party's all about! Yes, Perry is the fucking man! Throws a party like nobody can! It's a man's only if I gotta wear your thong! A sleepover cause it's all my long! Yeah, 7722! Come crash room 102 cause it's time! Yes, it's time! Oh, it's time! Yes, it's time! Cause it's Perry's pool party!
You are sick. Every one of you motherfuckers are sick and disgusting! Stay off my fucking goddamn screen tonight! We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done tonight.
No, we're
I
not
can't
done
take anymore.
Okay.
I can't take anymore. I can't even talk.
I can't take anymore.
Feelings. They do fall in love with people.
No, they don't.
You never fell in love with anyone when you were in high school.
She
Not
is
with an
not-
old man.
First of all,
Well, that's
no.
okay.
And then
And even
the
then,
other
you
thing
look
is that she
as
was
an adult, you can
a
look back
fresh-
on that now when you're like, oh, I was not really in love with that girl when I was 13. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Or like most people, you know, because you were in a relationship when you were in high school or junior high, middle school, whatever. When you're an adult and you think about the relationships you were in, you don't count those as relationships, right?
Right.
Like
You
when
don't like see and be like, that's my ex-girlfriend. It's like, no,
Yeah.
we were like kids.
you were children, but Lauren, I really do believe it's because of his brother who met and married his wife. Like they met when they were in middle school and they're still married now.
If it's even true.
Well, I mean, like, and there were people I went to school with who are still married now, and they met when we were in. Like, great story, right? But it's so fucking rare that you point those people out as examples
Yeah.
of how crazy is that. It's just not the norm. But in Lauren's head, every relation, and that's what that Crystal girl said. Like relationships aren't just relationships with that. Like all relationships are a road to marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just date someone to date them. And like and that's what he believes. If we're talking, it's because at some point this could lead to us being together forever.
freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my brother and sister-in-law were freshmen actually sophomores when they started dating.
Okay, good
school.
for them. But their
And they're still together
relationship
today.
changed when they became adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I understand that. I understand that.
And also, was your
It doesn't
brother
sound like
37? Was your brother 37 when she was a sophomore in high school? Because that might
Right.
also have something to do with it.
Just I'm not going to say that somebody that age doesn't fall in love with someone, because they do it because it's feelings that get involved.
It's
even
not-
though I know
it's
that
not
their
falling in
brain is different. It's
Their
different.
brain
I
is
know.
different. It is not developed yet. They don't understand. That is why there is a law
That's what I was trying to say.
called
No, that's not what you were
statutory
trying to say
rape,
at all.
because a child does not have that understanding. They are not able to make those decisions, even if they say yes. That yes means nothing.
I know. What you said, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, that's
Do you
it's,
think
It
that
didn't
if you
sound like
asked
that.
her
No.
today what she thinks of you, she's going to say, "Oh, Lauren, I loved him."
I don't know what she did today. Everybody's different. I know when I was that age, I lust over women.
Wait,
Or
hold on.
over
When you
females.
were a teenage boy, you lusted over women? Wait a second. Come on, Lord.
That's crazy. Not a 37-year-old who's trying
girls my
to rape
age.
you, though. Yeah, they looked at
No.
like
Right, girls your
in sync boys or whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
You don't
Like
lust over like the pedophile down the street.
it's just like the example he gives about his brother and sister-in-law. They met when they were sophomores or whatever. They had their what they believed was love when they were 15 that developed into actual like adult love, and then they lived together and you deal with challenges together as a couple. Like that it didn't like they didn't instantly fall in love at 15 and then just have to wait until they were 18 to get married.
Right.
age. You didn't have someone in their 30s going after you.
No, even a year older than me was stretching it.
Okay, listen to what you're saying.
So you're
This is
talking about
part of-
kids
Lord,
that
listen to
are
what
now.
you're
Lord, that
saying.
made it worse. What you just said
Lord,
made it
part
worse.
of what
Lord's like, I don't even want a woman a year older than me. Give me
That's
a
disgusting.
child, though, much younger than me.
Yeah.
I will drive to another state.
Yeah, I'll drive an
50.
hour and a half to get
I
with
will
that.
drive. I don't even know if I'll have enough gas to get to that bitch, but I will get there. I will get there.
what I'm saying is things that I have to figure out. So why the hell did I wind up thinking that it was all right?
Because you were a pedophile.
When I knew it wasn't. Because even when I was 16, I didn't want to date a 15-year-old.
Yeah. But then you were 37 and wanted a 13-year-old.
What I had always pictured
This
was
makes no sense, dude.
Lord, just even when I was
fuck up, dude.
Even when I was 16, I didn't want a 15-year-old. Okay, then I was 36. Let me tell you what happened. So are you familiar with the Yahoo chat rooms?
my brother and his wife getting married at 18, and I always pictured that. Then I turned 18, and it's like, well, hell, I don't want to get married. I'm not ready to get married yet. I'm 18 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Why the hell would I want to get married now?
This is like I'm so lost.
When I turned 19, I went out with a 29-year-old.
Special
So
power.
what is the point?
Yeah. Well, he's getting there. Hold on.
I never thought I'd do that. The point is,
I love you.
Well, throughout span of years, my thinking changed.
Yeah, it changed. It really did.
Yeah, you started
when I was
liking kids
younger,
at that
so-
point.
It really changed. If you were 16 and wouldn't date a 15-year-old, then 20 years later you were trying to hook up with a 13-year-old. I would say it changed for the worse, and you should stop telling the story. It's not making you look good. It's not making you look good at all.
As I got older.
Yeah.
So why I would think that it would actually. I'm trying to fucking say exactly what you just said.
Well, stop.
Impossible
You
for a
just said it.
16-year-old.
Why do you need to say
I'm
it?
just going through the motions of what my thinking was, so I can make it real.
I'm just going through the motions of what my thinking was. No one has ever described Lauren's thought process. I'm just going through the
Of what my thinking is to make it real? Like, what does that mean? Doesn't mean anything, dude.
Oh.
Make myself realize that that's true. It's impossible for a 15 or 16-year-old to fall in love. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm doing now?
You get it now?
I don't know. I mean, we talked about a lot of this stuff before.
I was using myself as an example and talking about my teenage years and going into adult years.
Okay.
And I was using that as an example of how I felt, because I was going back and thinking of how I felt back then. And then as my thinking got changed as
Oh,
I got
shit.
older, I was justifying what you said. It's impossible for a 16-year-old to fall in love.
How do you?
Right. Or when they're 13, 14, 15. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just I had to go through thinking of my own years before I realized what you said was true.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so you, that's why you're still in rape class.
That was the whole. What I'm just. I can't
And it
even
was such
talk right now.
bullshit. It was such bullshit. The conclusion, like even the way he's trying to say, like, oh my god, you just opened my eyes to the fact that you're right. A 16-year-old can't fall in love. But first, I had to run back to my own
Ugh.
experiences and think about how I had been, not wanting to, So yeah, so she opened his eyes to it. Look how fucking compatible we are. You opened me up to things I never knew about myself.
But it sounded like the entire time he was saying kids can fall in love. It wasn't like he was trying to agree with her.
He
I
thinks
feel like he gave up
he
midway through and was
thinks
like,
he
fine,
did.
whatever.
He thinks he did. Yeah, that's what it was. And then midway through, he's like, okay, yeah, you know what? Now that I say it out loud, I hear how wrong I was.
Right. So you
Now
know
do you
now
How do you understand?
that
Now you understand, right?
there were no feelings on her side. They
Yeah.
weren't the same as yours.
No, they weren't the same as mine at all.
Right.
Different.
That never should have happened.
Yeah.
Right. It never should have happened.
That kind of stuff
Now
got
it's
you
on your
arrested,
mind.
remember, Lauren?
I'm just thinking about a lot of stuff. I have a ton of questions
She's just thinking about dating.
because, like I said,
that's
I
the
feel
way.
Yeah,
like
he's like, oh
when
yeah.
you went and
It's on
traveled
your mind,
to
baby
go
girl.
and see her, I feel like there's more there that you're not wanting to necessarily admit to because it's going to be difficult.
To admit to, or
Yeah.
to talk about.
Well, talk about
'Cause you-
admitting.
Talking about
I mean,
this
because
bitch.
essentially,
admitting what?
Well, the crimes.
I mean, when you say things like, I was going there to see her, even though you're both seeing each other on camera anyway, so you weren't going to get anything extra out of it in talking or anything like that. And then there was no plan of going somewhere else when the first location didn't work. I feel like you were really nervous and you were probably thinking, if something were to go wrong here, if she tells me, oh yeah, actually, let's go to this McDonald's, and then To Catch a Predator happens there. Do you know what I mean?
You want to know exactly what I was thinking from the time I left the house to going there.
What?
Is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I want to know what the plan was to really understand it and to really be able to put it together so that something makes sense.
Okay. That night, I wasn't gonna go, but I sat down at the computer and I started talking to her. And all I had what I had in my head was that I promised her that I was gonna go. So I hadn't brought a bracelet yet or condoms or anything.
Oh no!
God forbid you break a promise to a child you've never met online.
Hold on.
Might as well tell her Santa isn't real while you're at it.
I believe the
The best part is he's talking about the wrong child.
Right.
That she's asking him about the fair, and he's talking about the Sting House. Lauren, that's too many stories.
Gets his victims mixed up.
Hang up the phone, Lauren.
About when you were in Maine.
Oh, when I was in Maine.
Yeah.
But to go down to Nashville, I didn't meet her until I
No.
got down to Nashville.
No.
Come on.
How are you this dumb?
What are you talking about?
When you went with Tony on your little trip.
Oh, when I went with Tony on my little trip. Well, I already told you that, and there's no more to the story than that.
More than that.
We wasn't gonna talk to each other or anything like that. We were just gonna go to the same fair or whatever it was that was going on, just so we could see each other. Not actually talk, but just see each other.
It's almost worse the way he tells it.
Right, and Presque Isle from Cornville is still like a 4-hour drive.
So he brought a friend and got a hotel for an 8-hour round trip so he can make eye contact
Right.
with a child that he had met on the internet. If
And then he
that is
said he had to work the next day, which is like, then why'd you get the hotel?
exactly the way he tells a story is worse because there's no way that's what he went there for. So if that's all he has, there was definitely something else that was supposed to happen, and it didn't. And who knows? We'll never know what happened. But it sure as fuck wasn't what he says. I don't believe he went there and she had the day of the fair wrong.
No.
That was it.
But that doesn't make sense.
So at the time, it made sense to
It
us.
does if you believe my lie.
We just wanted to see each other in person versus.
Don't question it. It makes sense.
It does if you stop asking
But
about
why?
it.
Just to know that the other one was actually real. even though we
Why
were
wouldn't
seeing
she be
each other-
real if she's in a camera in front of you? And why wouldn't you be
I-
real if you're in front of a camera with her?
I guess just after seeing each other over cam so long, we wanted to see each other in person.
But if you can't talk to each other, what is the point?
I don't know. We had it at the time, but I don't remember what it
No,
was.
you say
think of a good lie right
I
now.
want to know
You
what
fucking
your
remember.
point was.
He doesn't remember.
'Cause I
My
can't
point
talk
was
to
just to be able
her.
to see, was just to be able to see her in person.
But why? You want to see her body better? You wanted to what?
Just to see her in person. Yeah, and yeah, I guess to see her body better, to see her face better, to see her be moving around better. I guess that must have been the reason.
So were you just gonna lock eyes or something
Yeah.
and stare at each other?
He says
That's
it like
fucking
so, like
weird.
like as if it's like
Well,
obvious. Like, yeah, what do you
yeah,
mean?
of
Duh.
course.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I picked up my extremely fat friend and we drove 4 hours so that I
Yeah,
could
what about
look
this
at
not
a
making
child.
sense?
So I could look at a child at a fair. Why? What the fuck, Tiffany? Jesus. Like, yeah.
Mind at the time.
No, not we. You.
What I'm saying is when her and I talked, that's all that we were going to do. We was not going to talk to each other. We was not going to go up to each other and say anything.
Yeah, stop making it
We were
great.
just going to see each other.
Did you spell out the rules to her to make sure she understood? Because it was really important that no one knew because you could get in trouble.
That was actually what her and I both agreed on.
Yeah, she agreed.
Part of it was her saying it.
What?
It wasn't just me. I weren't the only
You
one
can
that
get in
was
trouble
saying
for trying to rape me, bro. So be careful.
it. She
Yeah.
didn't want her friend seeing it.
Hey, Lauren, delete your archives. He's like, how do I do that? And she's like, oh, Lauren. Listen up, Bimbo. Do this. Then she sent him that rose. He's like, holy shit, you're like magic. He's like, yeah, bro, I just groomed you. Bring me that dick. And that's how it started.
She didn't want to have to answer questions to her friends.
Yeah, she wanted to answer questions
Okay.
to her friend. Who's the old creepy guy?
I guess.
This balding
Next
fucking
question.
creepy buck-toothed
why did-
weirdo walking towards you, saying he's your boyfriend. Who's that guy?
That's a buck-toothed weirdo with a fat ass with a funnel cake walking towards us. That's my boyfriend. Isn't he dreamy?
Didn't you go somewhere else and do the same thing?
Because I had a job to do.
Yeah.
But you had the
couldn't
you
say
were
it.
there
The
already.
business was picking up.
Yeah, but I couldn't wait another day to do that.
Come on.
You didn't have to go to that place.
You had limited time to meet
Why didn't you go
and abuse a
somewhere
child.
else?
I didn't.
Like the
I
hotel
don't
room you
know.
booked.
I never gave it any thought at the
You didn't even
time.
think about it.
But what do you think right now about that?
Oh,
If I would have, if it was back then and I would have thought about it back then, then maybe yeah,
She said right now.
might have mentioned going to another place to meet or to see each other. But I didn't think about it back then. But right now, what do I think about it? I wouldn't do it now.
You wouldn't do it now.
You wouldn't
He
do
was
what
arrested
now?
already.
I wouldn't meet anybody underage.
Well, I should hope not, and I should hope you wouldn't.
Great. Good.
Yeah, well, that's supposed to be like a big revelation or
Well,
something.
11 years after he was arrested on Dateline.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it now.
Be talking to them either.
No, well, I try to steer myself away from them, so I
You
don't
try
go
to?
near them.
That's
You
good.
should absolutely
Well, it
make
sucks in
every
a
effort.
way because I'd like to be able to do things for, like St. Jude's and
No, don't do that.
kids with cancer and stuff like that.
Leave all the kids alone.
Well, what were
That
you
kinda
planning
sucks
to
Yeah,
in a
do
don't
way.
even
for
help the
them?
cancered
I mean,
ones. Just leave
send them
everyone
your-
alone.
What do you
your
mean,
money
two
Give them
back.
Leave
water
those kids alone.
Well,
bottles and go
what
away.
is it that it sucks? I don't.
Lauren, just stop talking about the things you want to do for and to children.
Yeah,
That's what got you
don't.
in this situation.
It doesn't make you look better.
It really doesn't. Just like him giving like the money to the wounded warriors for that. Like, why, Lauren? and at one point he said he was like, I'm gonna get my money and I want to donate it to Chris Hansen so he could do more stings.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you. No, you don't.
No, you come on, Lauren.
And why can't you send them money?
Well, I can send them money. It's just,
Okay.
I like being able to do things for kids. Well, like when I was in the Air Force,
Like dance up as a clown, like John Wayne Gacy, and go there.
basketball team.
Okay.
Oh,
Like a Trash Adams over here.
Yeah.
Came on with the age range was, but the oldest one I think was like 8 years old.
Okay.
So here's what he's talking about when he was in the Air Force and he was a volunteer basketball coach. You gave up that life. That life is long. You will never ever have that life again unless there is some sort of zombie apocalypse.
And we really need basketball teams.
Well, I'm just saying, like at this point, there are very few people left, and no one remembers to catch a predator. And Lauren can actually walk around as an anonymous man. That's the only way that Lauren will be asked to coach a mini Mite basketball team. Hey, you're not a pedophile, are you? And he's like, have you ever heard of Catch a Predator? Nope, never heard of it. He's like, I am not a predator. I would love to coach your mini Mite basketball team. I'm Lauren Armstrong.
I just
Why can't you donate money? And
I can donate money.
I can.
Okay, great. So then do that. What else were you planning on doing? You want to be a coach?
Well, I don't now because you got to steer them to stay away from
now,
it.
Tiffany.
Right, but I'm asking.
Quizzed him on the rules of basketball. I'm convinced he doesn't even know how to play the game.
I can just picture him like when they were coaching basketball on Always Sunny, and like that would be that's like, and Tony's the other coach, and they're just like drunk and yelling at each other on the court. Roy's there as the ref. Like that's the basketball I want to see.
Yeah, for sure.
To do that you're missing out on.
Just being able to do stuff for youth to help them out.
Yeah.
Okay, but like what?
What about my staying away?
He can't even help himself out.
Just stay away from him.
Stop getting frustrated.
He wants to be a foster parent. Is that what he just fucking said?
Hold on. All right, we're gonna go back a little bit, I think.
Okay. So
just
why can't you donate money? And
I can donate money.
Okay, great. So then do that. What else were you planning on doing? You want to be a coach?
Well,
the way she says that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't now because you got to steer them to stay away from it now.
Right, but I'm asking you, what are you wanting to do that you're missing out on?
Just being able to do stuff for youth to help them out.
Okay, but like what?
It's like foster care.
Like foster care.
Foster care. Lauren.
So, he is upset that because he tried to sleep with a kid, it's stopping him from being around kids and doing good things for kids.
Because he
like
tried to
fostering them.
He tried to sleep with one kid. They won't give him a child that needs a home. And he's got that storage. He's got that shipping container out there. Give him a child.
You can fill that up with at least 20 kids.
Guys, what does this man have to do to get several children inside of that shipping container? What does a man got to do to get a shipping container full of children in Cornville, Maine?
He just wants to help them out.
Not try to sleep with the children.
Okay, well, Lord,
that's what you
probably should have started. You probably should have started with not trying to have sex with children, because that'll keep him right out of that shipping container.
Stop getting frustrated.
I'm frustrated with a pedophile.
You know what I mean?
Well, how do you want me to spit out what I don't know exactly what's in my head yet? Well, relax.
Only you could know what's in your head.
30
What
years
do you
ago,
mean?
I coached a basketball
What do you
team.
mean you don't know?
It's not even there yet, and you want me to say it while I'm talking? What do you mean?
Holy Christ!
Oh, the
Donate your
classic
money
get
if that's
angry
what
at
you
the
want to do.
pedophile bit.
It's like I look at these kids that are in foster care.
Why are you looking? Wait. Why are you
Wait,
looking?
is there a catalog you get?
I've been looking at kids in foster care.
Where and how and why are you looking at children in foster care, Lorne?
You haven't even
The
gotten
hard
out of
time that
rape
they
class
have
yet.
dealing with life
He's
because
just driving by the orphanage really slow. Is that what you're doing, Lorne? Because this just sounds. He should never say these things out loud. That's what he means. How do you expect me to say it? He thinks about it 5 seconds after he says it. He goes, "Holy shit! Did I just mention that I'm looking at foster children?"
Oops.
you don't have somebody there to do things with.
Oh my god!
Stuff like that.
Like what? Like you're gonna help them with their
Nobody
math
likes
test?
done.
You're a fucking moron.
I'm not going to be able to do that. No.
You can't do
She's
that, Lorne.
been-
Maybe from behind glass.
Can't do that now anyway.
Not
so
even that.
Since even thinking about that.
Right.
But it's like children's book, like me writing the children's book.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to donate that.
Why is he
Donate
naming
those
everything
funds
to
going
do with
St. Jude's and
children?
other
Right, there's
Yo,
other ways to
Just
help the
name
community
kids.
besides
something
kids.
else.
Yeah, it's like if he proves that he cares about children, then people won't think he's a danger to children. But like people just want
Like
you
no
to
one's gonna. Yeah, it's like no,
Yeah.
that's not how they're gonna look at it.
You're not
no,
fooling
people
anyone.
just want you to stop talking and thinking
Yeah, they
about
want you just
children.
nowhere near him, Lauren. This is not fixable. Just avoid kids and live in your fucking shack, and then just you're the house that like if the baseball goes in the front yard, the kids don't go there. Like that's to
But yeah,
retrieve
but
it. You know,
he
like that's
lives
the
in
fucking role you have in society now.
he's in that urban legend house where there's stories made up about it when you drive by. You talk
Yeah.
about like, oh, I saw a red cloud over it one like that's that
Yeah,
fucking
you
house.
go to it like around like Halloween.
Yeah, you mention like, weird shit that you've seen there, or like people talk about weird shit, or they know someone who went there and never came out. Like he lives in that fucking house. It's just so, and he just keeps talking about children. And then, like, just imagine that someone's having a kid and you buy them this children's book, and they turn and they look at about the author and it says Lauren Armstrong, registered sex offender, and then it talks about his time on To Catch a Predator, and then it says in the illustrator, skinhead. You're like why? Why did Lauren think? Why did Lauren think? Do you know what people want? They want a children's book from a man who tried to have sex with a child, because who knows children better? Like, it's just so weird. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Illustrated by a Nazi.
Well, you can't now because he gave it to me. It's mine.
Yeah, it's hers.
I know.
Well, he's so happy about that.
Don't worry. I wasn't thinking about taking that back.
I
I
wasn't
can always write
thinking.
another book.
You can always write another one. Bing bang boom.
So you must have liked the book because you still want to keep that.
Well, I'm just saying that you gave it to me, and so when you talk about you wanted to publish it and donate the money, you can't.
I know. Don't worry. I wasn't thinking about going back on
She
that.
doesn't care.
It meant a lot to me that you.
Right, he thinks it's like this
Don't
cute thing.
turn
Like
it
he
Yeah.
treasures
like
this
this
fucking
love
book.
And she say, no, you gave it to me, so shut the fuck up about it. It's gone now. Shut the fuck up about it and continue telling me your story about the things you want to do to children. You fucking weirdo.
No, she really has feelings for me. She's just trying to
Oh,
deny
shut
it.
up.
That's what you do. And
No,
then the next
shut
time
up.
that we have to go through this cycle again, when you go crazy, you're going to say, yeah, but you kept the book. Obviously, you have feelings for
No, I'm
me.
not going to say that.
Well,
I'm
good.
not gonna
I
say
hope
that.
you
That's
don't.
what you were thinking, though.
You don't. No, it was for her
It's
birthday.
an
Took me a
awesome
lot
birthday
to
present.
get you to take the damn thing. I was mad because you were arguing with me about taking it.
Yeah, whatever.
I've always wanted a children's book for my birthday.
I'm a pedophile.
Well, now you got one.
Cool. So I can go and do all the work to get it published
Hey,
and everything else.
don't ask for everything. I wrote it. I wrote it in the.
So, I mean, so anyone can I could just write out 3 pages of nonsense and give it to Sloth Cat and say, "Happy birthday, bro. I wrote a children's book. Go get this published." But
Yeah,
like,
basically, yeah.
I mean, but who am I? And again, when the author is a pedophile and the illustrator is a Nazi, what are you really giving that person? What are you giving that person? Go get this published. Here, go do the work of getting this pedophile children's book published. It'll be easy. It'll be easy. Just tell him a pedophile sent you.
The pictures are drawn.
Right.
Yeah.
So what, you want me
Yeah,
to go publish it for you and everything too?
Come on, stupid.
Can I go now?
You can if you want to.
Okay, bye.
Wow. And that's it. And she did, and she did.
She did and she did it.
And that was it. And real quick, I did play a little bit of this for the guys the other day, but TLI in the Discord, we found Tiffany's single from 1997 that she released when she was trying to break into music. So it's about a minute long. We're gonna listen to it, and then we're gonna close out with a hot, fresh Brorin scene, his role in a movie, and that'll be it for tonight. But let's do this.
I was walking in my Daisy Dukes, cruising around Miami, just sucking on an auto pop and sipping on some brandy. And then some motherfucker put his hand inside my panties, said he's got a timeshare condo and he wants to taste my candy. I pushed his hand above me and I said, no thank you, fatty. I don't need your needle dick. Now see, I got my own daddy. He's got a lot of diamonds and a big golden Benz. When he's lucky, he can fuck me, then I pass him to my friends.
What do you think of that?
That's really powerful. That's
yeah.
It's a good message.
Yeah, she loves her dad.
It's a good.
Yeah.
She loves her. Guys, you gotta love your parents, right? And I'm pretty
You
sure
gotta love your parents.
You gotta
Respect and
you gotta
love
love
your
your parents. Mothers are gold. Mothers are gold. Fathers are gold. Love your daddy. Love your mom. So that's a message from MONEGROES. And then we're gonna close out here with some. Did you have anything that you wanted to say? TLI, Sloth, or Blue?
Nope.
I don't think so. Yeah, I'm ready for Brorin.
All right, let's do it. This is Brorin's role in the movie. It's 3 minutes long, and this is how we close.
Cards.
Yeah, hold on. This is good shit. So unmute. There's real production here.
It's like a playing chess. Let's play cards.
Stacks on stacks. Oh shit. Oh. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at this man. Look how he enters a room. Everything there? Yeah, all right.
Top tip production value right there.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Everything just seemed normal, but guess what?
35 knockouts and only 2 defeats. He's the former welterweight world champion, former
What is happening?
Bad guys are coming.
Oh.
middleweight champion of the world.
Ready?
Hey! Don't fucking move.
Blue boy, cover your eyes.
Okay.
Hold on, now don't forget Brorin's there. Tickling the fucking ivories.
This had to have been like a high school project of someone. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Oh no, this is real shit. Hold on. Oh no.
Could be like a 3-6 Mafia video.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you shit.
Oh yeah. Pistol whip, motherfucker. You can tell I heard.
Let's try that again. 5.
He's not even moving his hands on the keyboard, but it's playing like all these different keys.
And they have the tape on the keys with the things, so you a kid to learn.
You know what it is.
Oh shit.
Bitch, didn't I say sit the fuck down?
So, what's your name? Man, we trying to rub this place right here. Hey man, why you always trying to step on my toes? Just kind of asking her name. Just do the thing. All right.
No, don't shoot her.
They forgot. They forgot who the fuck they fucking with. Bro. Just gonna sit there?
Oh my god. The blood spatter. Oh my goodness. Wait, is that it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? There's no ending at all to these things.
That's the ending. What do you mean?
They were like mid-screaming.
Yes, he fucked everyone up. What more do you need than he fucked everyone up?
Oh.
That's it. End of
That
story.
is bizarre. When did he publish this video?
What?
Is this like a newer video of his?
No, that's. Did you see that?
Oh, so
man?
his videos of. I mean, because he had high production values at the time.
That wasn't his. That was a role he actually got in someone's like movie.
Oh, okay. So he's not to blame for that piece of shit.
No, that was far better than anything. I mean, like production wise, it was far.
Production wise, it still was horrible.
Yes, but I mean, it was
why did they all end so abruptly? Even with other people's videos.
I don't know. The point is, Braun was out there fucking people up.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a whole fight scene though.
Well, I mean, we got like it was John Wickish. Very John Wickish. So, all right. Anyway, thanks so much, guys, and we will do this again.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right, later.
Fuck all of you, you motherfuckers! Good day, you fucking assholes!
Well, that was interesting. Are you through with this nonsense now?
Do our very best on this test. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir! I know how I'm gonna do it.
Just kind of cool dancing.
Stay focused.
Consider every
Bubble in the right circle so your nose has a voice.
Eliminate the inches that you know can't be right. Go back and skip the patches if you can't. So don't like. Look at charts, graphs, or diagrams and read everything. Cause this affects your grade. If the question seems hard and you don't think you can do it, if you're done, you can come back to it. If there's still time left, you can take another look. Don't waste any time by closing your book. I'm gonna do my best. On a TCAP, you know we don't stop.
best. The state of Tennessee wants your very best. Did you know that the state is looking right at you? So what you gonna do?